Welcome to Video Rental, your retro movie hub. Join us as we rewind through the iconic films of the 70s, 80s, and 90s gems. From cult classics to blockbuster hits and even some infamous flops. We're covering it all. So grab some popcorn, get cozy, and let's dive into the wonderful world of retro cinema together. So on today's episode, we're joined by Derrick.
What's up, y'all?
Dougie.
Hello.
Doug.
Howdy.
And myself. So on today's episode, we're going to be covering Tombstone 1993. Derrick, let's start with you. When was the first time you saw Tombstone?
Tombstone, I want to say I didn't see until I was probably in my college years. Westerns weren't really a thing for me coming up. I was more into action, science fiction, fantasy. So I really didn't start watching Westerns until I entered, adulthood.
Yeah.
And, of course, this is one that was constantly on repeat. And I want to say I actually rented this one from the old Magic Show video DVD and popped it in and watched it that way.
Let me say this. I love when we have a story of when we rented it from a video store.
Yeah.
You just don't hear that anymore.
Yeah. I remember getting it from Magic Show and watching it. And, it was awesome.
Yeah. Dougie, when was the first time you saw this?
Early teenage years, I'm more than pretty sure. I think I caught a glimpse of him watching it on TV. Mm-hmm. And then after that, I was like, I'm going to go watch that later on. And then I watched it. It was very good.
Okay. Doug, what about you? When was the first time you saw it?
It's probably about 96, 97, probably on TV.
Yeah.
I didn't catch it when it first came out in theaters or anything. Would have been awesome to see in theaters.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'd say, I definitely did not see this in theaters, but it was probably around the time eventually when it came out on VHS and rentals and all that stuff. Probably a year later, 94, I guess. But did you guys notice what day it came out on? Christmas Day.
Oh, really? It was a Christmas release.
Christmas release.
Yeah, it is. December 25th, 1993. Talk about the antithesis of a Christmas movie.
Yeah, Tombstone.
Well, I guess a horror movie might be the antithesis, but yeah. 1993. There's a lot going on that year.
Yes, definitely.
I was probably about in third grade, so Tombstone was not on my radar.
Well, we were my family. We were definitely big into westerns and stuff like that. All the Clint Eastwood, John Wayne and all that stuff. So I guess when we saw this was like, this is definitely a western right here. I mean, this is your classic western right here.
Oh yeah, the first shots of the movie. I don't want to get ahead of our agenda, but you're brought in the first few moments of the film.
Definitely. All right, so I'm going to read the plot of the movie. Wyatt Earp, his brothers Morgan and Virgil have abandoned their lives as gunslingers to establish a business in the town of Tombstone, Arizona. Despite their intentions to avoid trouble, they soon become targets of the notorious cowboy gang. Now joined by Wyatt's closest friends, Doc Holliday, the brothers reluctantly resume their roles as lawmen to restore order in the lawless frontier. Derrick, do you want to read us some vitals?
Absolutely, yeah. So I was just jotting down some last-minute notes here.
Oh, you're good.
As we already covered, the movie was released December 25th, 1993. IMDb gives it a score of 7.8, and then the tomato meter critic score is 76%, with an audience score of 93%. Now, that's a pretty big spread there.
Yeah, definitely. But you know how critics are.
Yeah, can't make them all happy. So this is definitely one of those films that's the fans love it, and the critics are like, meh, it's mid.
Yeah.
But anyway, a budget of $25 million, and then it grossed box office $56 million. So I'd say that's a pretty good payday.
Yeah,
for this
yeah,
one.
did good.
It has a runtime of 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Which I actually heard that they're actually, I don't know if they've actually released it, but there actually is a 3-hour cut of this movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which I kind of want to see.
A 3-hour cut?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because
Now, I haven't seen like a DVD, deleted scenes or anything, so I'm trying to think what they could have cut out.
It's another 50 minutes of them playing poker.
Yeah. And of course, this movie has a R rating. A lot of killing,
Yep.
a lot of smoking, a lot of drinking, all that good stuff that keeps our attention. So the tagline of the movie: every town has a story, Tombstone has a legend, justice is coming. So that make you want to see the movie?
Definitely.
This is a star-studded cast. And after rewatching this movie, I even saw some other cameos of people that are that moved into fame even today. So let's go through this cast. Kurt Russell, of course, playing the leading man role as Mr. Wyatt Earp. And, of course, you remember him from great movies such as the 1976 Elvis, Used Cars, Escape from New York. There's one we need to do. The Thing, Big Trouble in Little China, Overboard, Tango and Cash. I know Preston would love to do this one. Stargate.
I watched that recently. It still holds up, I think.
Yeah. Escape from L.A., Death Proof. And more recently, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Ego.
This movie also stars the recently deceased Val Kilmer. Of course, we all know him from Top Gun, Willow, The Doors movie, True Romance, Batman Forever. We gotta do that one.
we definitely have to.
Val Kilmer was not a very popular Batman, although probably not as bad as George Clooney Batman.
Yeah, George Clooney's definitely worse.
Val Kilmer was also in Heat, The Island of Dr. Moreau, The Saint, underrated movie,
Definitely.
Prince of Egypt, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, and of course 2020's Top Gun Maverick.
I believe that might have been his last movie
Yeah,
before he...
before he succumbed. I think didn't he have throat cancer?
I think it was throat cancer, yeah, because he literally, because he didn't even speak in Top Gun. They had to do an AI digital voice for him.
This is definitely one of his best roles of all time.
Yeah.
Val Kilmer playing Doc Holliday. I mean, and we'll get into this here in a minute, but he has so many quotes.
Definitely.
And this character, nobody else could have played this character the way that he did. Like, he almost played it in a Johnny Depp kind of way.
Yeah, I could see that.
You know?
Yeah.
But I loved his portrayal. And once you see this movie, I mean, yeah, Wyatt Earp is the leading man, but Val Kilmer steals the show.
Yeah.
This is just an iconic role for him.
What he's saying is Tombstone is not Tombstone without Doc Holliday.
That's right. It's
That's
not.
right.
Nope.
This movie also stars the great Sam Elliott, who has been in so many westerns and TV shows.
And his mustache.
And that mustache, yeah, that prodigious manscaping. Of course, Sam Elliott, he was in Roadhouse, the first one, not the remake.
Right. Yep.
Gettysburg, the high ground. We got to take the high ground. If you haven't seen Gettysburg, that's a great one. The Big Lebowski, he plays the roaming cowboy that the dude talks to in the bowling alley.
I'm gonna have to watch Big Lebowski again because it's been forever since I've seen it.
That movie is so quotable, man.
Yeah.
It's got so many quotes, a lot like this one. Sam Elliott was also in We Were Soldiers. I forgot about him being in that movie, but he plays like a hard-nosed drill sergeant.
Is that
To Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson? Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a great role in that. He's in the Hulk. Is Is that the
Yeah.
2006
The Ang Lee one.
or 7 one?
Yeah, whatever it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I forgot about that.
He played General Ross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
He's
was
the
a-
only good thing
Did he?
about
He had a clean shave in that movie.
Yeah. He didn't even have a mustache.
That's
in it.
Edward Norton
Yeah.
Hulk, right?
No.
I don't know the dude's name.
No, because the
Somebody's going to have to look it up.
Eric Bana? Or no, I think that's his name in the movie. No, it was a different actor.
Somebody's looking it up right now, so we'll have the answer in a second. Sam Elliott, also in Ghost Rider, one of Doug's favorites. Doug's a big Ghost Rider fan.
I love that movie.
Of the movie and the comic. And then he was also in The Man Who Killed Hitler, and then The Bigfoot.
We talked about that when we did Roadhouse. These guys, they were like, "What is that? Have you heard of that? The Man Who Killed Hitler and then Bigfoot?"
Actually have not.
I haven't watched it, but I've seen like pictures of it, and I'm like, I think I need to check this out.
Dude, we're going to show him the cover. There's a lot to
pretty
take in.
wild looking. He's like a World War II survivor or something, and they hire him to be a hitman to go kill Hitler, and I don't know. It just seems very crazy. It's
I have
not
to check that one out. What year did that come out?
what did we say? Like 10 years ago or something,
It was like 2009
or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it must have skipped under the radar.
yeah, I think so.
I'll have to check it out for sure.
It was this Hulk.
it was an animated
The
Hulk.
incredibly bad CGI.
Animated Hulk, 2003.
3, yeah.
No wonder I didn't see that.
It was
Moving
boring.
on.
Very boring.
Moving on.
Check that out.
Ooh, that's some bad CG, bro. Hulk looks constipated in that image. Okay, moving on. Also in this cast is Bill Paxton.
The legendary Bill Paxton.
One of his great roles, even though he bites the bullet there toward the latter half of the movie. Bill Paxton from, of course, Terminator, Weird Science, Commando. There's one we've got to do.
Yep.
Aliens.
Definitely have to do Aliens.
Yeah. Predator 2, True Lies, Apollo 13, Twister, Titanic, U-571. Man, he's been in some huge movies.
Yep.
Gosh, when you look at that resume, that's amazing. He's also in the Hatfields and McCoys, which I did see. That
was good.
That was really good. And then Edge of Tomorrow, which is a science fiction movie with Tom Cruise.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yep. And then we've got Powers Booth also stars in this movie. He was in The Red Dawn, the original one. He was in Nixon, Con Air. That's a great 90s action movie. Sin City, Deadwood. You know, I have heard great things about that. It's an HBO show, right? But I've never seen it.
It's basically a Western TV show.
Yeah. And, of course, he was in the Hatfields and McCoys. Michael Biehn, also in this movie. Of course, you remember him from Terminator. And you remember him from Aliens, The Abyss, The Rock, and Planet Terror. That's a great lineup there, too. Lots of cool action movies. Stephen Lang, Death of a Salesman. Gettysburg, Gods and Generals, which is like a follow-up to the old Gettysburg movie.
It was good. That was good.
Public Enemies, and then Avatar. 1 through 5. Is that seasons or 1 through 5?
No, that's the movies.
There's 5 Avatar
There's
movies?
going to be 5. Like, what is 3 about to come out or
Yeah.
something?
It
I've
was,
seen, I've seen the first one.
He's filming like 4 and 5
And then-
right now.
Really?
It's
Yeah.
the first
The
one.
first
Then
trailers
the,
have come out for the next one.
Yeah.
then the Way of the
It's a
Water.
way of fire.
Gosh.
Hey,
Yeah.
It's gonna be like they're bringing Avatar the Airbender into real life. It's the Way of the Water, Way of the Fire, Way of the Earth, Way of the Air.
It's completely passed me by. I saw the first one and was like, meh.
It'll
That's
probably
the
be
first
James.
trailer I've seen for it was in Fantastic Four.
It'll probably be James Cameron's like last movies. I bet because I think he's already in his 70s already.
Wow.
The second one was pretty good.
The dude who played like the main role, who was also in Terminator Salvation,
And he was also in
Sam something.
Sam Whitworth or something, or Sam something. Yes,
Worthington?
Worthington.
Yeah.
He hasn't really been in anything else, it seems like.
He had a moment.
Yeah.
but then it kind of just, this is the only thing he's kind of done.
Yeah, so Avatar, and I hate to get off topic, but Avatar's not really my thing.
He was in the Clash of the Titans remake,
That's right. Yeah,
And then-
I did see that.
the second one too. So he had a moment, but yeah.
Also starring in this movie, which as I went back and rewatched it, I noticed for the first time. In fact, I pointed. You know that meme of Leonardo DiCaprio from the Hollywood
Once
movie
Upon a Time.
Once Upon a Time, where
Yeah, yeah.
Cigarette.
he's like pointing at the screen. I did that when Michael Rooker comes up. I was like, Walking Dead.
I've seen him. When I got Danny Glover's signature, he was right in the booth right beside him. He's a super nice guy.
It's Merle. Once you hear that voice, you can never forget it because it's so unique and so country. But Michael Rooker, he was in Mississippi Burning, Days of Thunder, JFK, Cliffhanger, Mallrats, The Sixth Day, of course, The Walking Dead, and he was in Guardians 1 through 3.
I always forget about the Days of Thunder because he had that full head of hair. He was doing the Dale Earnhardt-esque.
Well, even in this, he has a full head of hair, and he just looks totally different.
And so my introduction to Michael Rooker was Walking Dead. Even though I saw Tombstone first, like when I saw Walking Dead later, I didn't recognize Michael Rooker,
Yeah.
from Tombstone. So
Is he
it was
actually in
hard for me to go back.
So is he actually in this movie?
Yeah.
I didn't see him.
He's
He's
Or
in the posse. He's in
was-
Wyatt Earp's posse.
Yeah, he was part of one of the Cowboys, and then he turned on him saying, "I'm not doing this anymore," and he dropped that red sash.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
him.
And then he joined Wyatt's gang. I think the
He's
first
with the one guy that got shot in the ear at the beginning of it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
remember that?
I know what you're talking about.
When they send off Sam Elliott on the train to get better,
he's the one that they-
rebuilds his posse.
he's the one the Cowboys kill at Charlton Heston's ranch.
Yeah.
They find his dead body there.
Yeah, yeah.
Too much detail. We're not there yet, man.
Spoiler alert.
Well, I think the first time I ever saw him, it probably was around the same time I saw this, but where I really know him from was Mallrats. I don't know if it was was the Kevin Smith movie. The whole movie took place in a mall, and he was like the dad of the main girl or something. And
It's definitely Walking Dead for me. He's very substantial.
Oh yeah, Merle is a huge character in the first
yeah.
couple seasons.
yeah,
So, but anyway, like I was saying, that's how I was introduced to him through Walking Dead, and then it was hard for me to see him in another role
else.
in Guardians
yeah.
because I couldn't get Merle out of my head, and he sort of plays. He's sort of a villain role in the first
Yeah.
Guardians movie, and then he sort of flips.
yeah.
But
Fat and he's blue.
yeah. And then also in this movie, Dana Delaney. She was the leading lady and was the voice of Lois Lane during the 90s and 2000s.
Like all the animated stuff
Yeah.
they did, she was the Lois Lane voice.
And then more recently, she's in Tulsa King, which is a great show.
Okay, I was about to ask if you've watched it. Okay.
I've really enjoyed that show, and it's prime.
What do we got? Season
Slot.
4 coming out soon, I think.
Season 3 or
Season
4.
3?
Is it?
I think it's 3.
Okay.
Because I haven't finished 2 yet. So
Yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't watched Tulsa King, go give it a gander. It's
It's
over
great.
on Paramount. Screenplay by Kevin Jari. I hope you sang that right. Jar.
Sure.
He also wrote Rambo First Blood Part 2, which I must say, the writing in this movie is great. I love the dialogue, love the banter, and the writing in this movie is way better than First Blood Part 2. There's not a whole lot of talking in Rambo.
No.
Rambo lets his knife and machine gun do all the talking.
And Derrick, I thought you'd get a kick out of this.
He also did some writing for Rambo, the NES game. Yes, there was a Rambo NES game. It's a side-scroller. If you missed it, it's not that great. It's totally forgettable, like a lot of 80s movie properties that got turned into video games.
You know, that makes me think I'm going to have to go home and get on the Switch now because I have that online pass and check out the NES studio thing where I have all the games. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to see if it's on there.
It probably not, but
It's probably one of those very obscure games.
yeah.
I don't know. They have some crazy stuff on there.
There was a few NES games that were based on movies that were really good, like the Batman game, RoboCop, definitely
Hard. Such a hard
really
game.
hard. Yeah,
Still liking that Switch too?
Switch 2 is amazing. Enjoying it. The screenplay. Let's get back to that. Kevin Jari, however you say his last name, also wrote Glory, which is a great movie. Matthew Broderick in that movie, and Denzel is in that movie.
Yeah, I think that was probably like pre-Denzel.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman, like before they became famous and stuff.
Yeah, that's a great. It's about the 54th, I believe, Massachusetts Cavalry.
Yeah.
Which is a group of black soldiers that fought in the Civil War on the side of the North. Great movie, man.
Yeah.
Awesome soundtrack. That's a really underrated gem. Also, he wrote The Mummy 1, 2, and 3. All right, so The Mummy. We're not talking about the recent reboot of The Mummy with Tom Cruise, which I didn't even bother to see, but I heard was hot garbage.
It is.
So, the first Mummy, if you go back and watch it, dude, the CG is so bad.
Yeah.
It does not hold up at all.
Because that was late 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was late 90s. Brandon Fraser is like the leading man in that one. And I remember going to the movie theater to see.
I did too.
That was a big hit, like when it came out. I want to say late 90s, like maybe 97, 98.
I think it was 96.
Was it 96? Wow.
They're talking about doing another one now, right?
Well, and that was during, Brendan Fraser said he wants to do another one.
Oh, man. Some things just need to be.
Well, and see, that was during the time when they were like, everything, CG everything. CG everything. That's going to be the main plot is CG.
Well, it sucked.
Yeah,
no, I'm sorry.
I've seen this movie.
Disagree with you, 2000s kid. The Mummy, first Mummy was great. The second one was okay.
That's the one with The Rock.
Yeah.
The Scorpion King?
Yeah. But have you seen the third one?
I have not.
It is hot garbage.
That bad.
They did like a Jet Li Asian mummy thing in it. And
See, so what he's saying is it should have been a one and done. No part 3, 4, and
really
5.
Didn't need a Mummy franchise, but I guess they just made so much money off of it. They were like, we're stupid if we don't.
Dude, they did everything because it was a cartoon. They did a cartoon of the mummy. They made toys of it.
I remember the toys.
Yeah, they did everything of it.
So this guy's got some pretty good successes there. I mean, Rambo Part 2 is obviously a classic. Glory's awesome. Mummy 1, yes. The CG wasn't his control, but the rest of those Mummy movies are just, you can skip them.
Yeah.
This movie, produced by Sean Daniel and John Fasano. And then the music, composed by Bruce Broughton, which I really liked the score. Mm-hmm. It kind of gave me Aaron Copland vibes as I was listening to it. And it really brings those images of the American West, makes them real epic.
Yes, definitely.
And great soundtrack. Really enjoyed it. He also composed Dallas Silverado, Harry and the Hendersons. Now, there's something I haven't thought about in a hot minute. Good gracious. That's a blast from the past. He also did music for the Monster Squad. Moonwalker. I thought that would have been only produced by MJ himself.
No. Isn't Moonwalker James Bond?
Is it Moonraker?
No.
Or is Moonwalker is Michael Jackson.
Moonwalker's Michael Jackson.
What am I thinking of?
Moonraker.
Oh, okay.
This
Never
is
mind.
James
Go ahead, Derrick.
Bond.
Sorry.
No.
Is that
Look it up, Dougie.
I got confused.
Look it
I
up,
was like,
Dougie.
wait.
The 007.
Moon movie?
Yeah. The one with Jaws, and
Derrick,
it's got.
I think you're right. It is.
It's got. It's not Sean Connery. It's Roger Moore is 007 in that one.
Yeah.
Moonraker. Yeah.
Yeah.
My bad.
By the way, on the 007 NES game, you get the Moonraker laser. Or, excuse me, N64.
Oh, I was like, there was an NES one?
The GoldenEye N64 game, you get the Moonraker laser. It's awesome. One-shot kills. Homeward Bound. The Disney movie.
Yep.
Miracle on 34th Street. I'm assuming that's the remake one
Yeah.
that they did in
With
the
John
90s.
John Hammond.
With John Hammond. Yeah. And then Lost in Space.
I get a feeling this might be Preston's one of his favorites.
Preston likes Lost in Space.
Oh, it's so bad.
Danger Will Robinson.
The new one? I liked it.
No. This.
No,
is
we're talking about the one from the 90s.
Oh.
It's so bad.
I thought you meant the remake.
No.
Filming locations. Where was this film shot? Mostly in Arizona, Mescal, Arizona, and other surrounding areas. It's got that amazing cinematography in this movie. You've got desert, you've got canyons, you've got rivers, you've got beautiful sunsets, you've got a pretty epic thunderstorm.
Yep.
Even the movie even ends with snow.
It's surprising that they actually filmed it in America, because you remember all those old school westerns were all filmed in Italy and overseas. Yeah.
This has got some really beautiful vistas of the American West.
Well, just the scene where they're all the brothers are all riding their horses on their way to Tombstone.
Across the prairie.
And you just see the sunset right there.
Yeah, it's got so
great.
many classic images of the Old West, and the cinematography in this movie is excellent.
Yeah.
Like they did a fantastic job. The way it's shot, it's epic. Them riding across the prairie, the sunset, it's just beautifully shot. And I was thinking about this today. When I think about westerns, there were two things that come to my mind: the movie Tombstone and the video game Sunset Riders, the arcade game, which was in Fuddruckers.
Great.
Which was on Charlotte Street.
I spent so much money.
Oh yeah.
Did they have little lever action rifles?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I've got that game for a Super Nintendo. But anyway, those two things and they just came together at the perfect time. Tombstone came out and that video game came out about the same time.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So it was like a perfect storm of.
Fuddruckers.
Yeah.
Sorry, it just made me think.
I wish we still had a Fuddruckers in Nashville.
We have to go to Greenville just to find one.
Yeah. But anyway, this movie was directed by George P. Costomos, who you will probably recognize from Rambo First Blood Part 2. Great Stallone movie. Cobra, in my opinion, not as good.
Coke filled.
Yeah. And then the movie Leviathan.
We talked about that on a previous episode. Coke filled Stallone on Cobra.
It's more than Coke.
All right, so that's my job for.
You want to read us some trivia?
Oh, wait. We do have trivia. Look at that. Let's talk about fun facts. The line quoted by Doc at the end of the fight of the OK Corral is historically true. Now, if you've studied the gunfight at the OK Corral and the history of Tombstone, they take a lot of liberties to make the movie. But this part was true and was reported in the Tombstone papers that actually recorded the fight. When confronted by one of the cowboys at point-blank range, the cowboy reported, "I got you now, Doc, you SOB," to which Doc gleefully retorted, "You're a daisy if you do." One of the great quotable lines of the movie.
I don't have my hat on, but
Wyatt Earp died in 1929, having never been so much as scratched by a single bullet. That's amazing. The fact that his name is known above, for instance, Virgil's, the marshal of Tombstone at the time of the famous gunfight, is largely due to Wyatt's self-promotion. Before his death, he walked in Hollywood circles, and John Wayne once claimed to have met him, apparently modeling his famous walk on that of Wyatt Earp. Here's a translation of what Doc and Johnny Ringo are saying to one another in Latin. Now, this is cool. You remember the scene where they have that first confrontation, right? And this is mostly for the audience.
In the Oriental?
Yeah, in the saloon there.
At the poker table.
Where Johnny Ringo, Michael Biehn, and Val Kilmer, Doc Holliday have their hilarious little showdown there at the table. And they start speaking Latin back and forth. So Doc Holliday says, "In vino veritas," which is a pretty famous quote. In wine there is truth. Johnny Ringo says, "Age quod aegis," do what you do. Doc Holliday comes back and says, "Credat Judaeus appella non ego." Let Appella the Jew believe, not I. Johnny Ringo, "Juventus solitorum magister." Youth is the teacher of fools. Doc Holliday, "In pace requiescat," rest in peace. The line, "Credat juditas appello non ego," was confusing to viewers, but scholarly papers showed that Romans used the phrase to show contempt for Judaism's belief that divine power was involved in everyday life. Now that's really cool because when they don't put subtitles up when they have that banter back and forth. So I knew the first line in Vino Veritas, but then I kind of got lost after that.
That means to do what you do in Vino?
No, that means in wine there's truth.
Oh, so, Vino.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
I ain't got it. I ain't got that.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Did not
know
that.
Thanks, Derrick. That was a lot of interesting facts. Doug, do you want to read us some reviews and let people know what they think of this movie?
We'll see what people got wrong. Okay, this first one was from this year, April this year. It said, Tombstone is painfully boring.
What?
Yeah, the plot wanders aimlessly, zigzagging with no direction, just a mess of cliches and painful, predictable moments. Characters behave like fools, often making zero sense, and some disappear without any closure. The directing is quaint, even laughable at times. Not even Eastwood, who helped define the genre, ever delivered something this corny. This film is wildly overrated, riding on nostalgia for a bygone Hollywood that actually made gems. I only watched it because of Val Kilmer's death, but his character is always so sick we can't enjoy the depth of his acting. I wonder how old this person is.
I don't know.
We're going to have to play for blood on that one.
Aside from big name cast, nothing to see here. Move along.
What'd they give that one?
A 4.
This person knows nothing.
4 out of 10.
A 4 out of 10. Yeah. It sounds like something like a 10-year-old would do. Let's see. This next one's an 8 out of 10. Very enjoyable. From 2004, Miss Fuzzy.
Okay.
It's in the spring, too. Yeah, that's a winter thing. I decided to watch Tombstone as there was nothing else on, and I'm so glad I did. Conforming as I do to the stereotypical female who does not like Westerns, it was mainly Kurt Russell and Val Kilmer that drew me in. Not knowing much about the OK Corral, I envisioned a long, drawn-out gunfight scene somewhere out in the desert. To discover it happened in the middle of a town was only one of the educational experiences. Kurt Russell as Wyatt Earp gives a strong portrayal of a man who didn't want to get involved until circumstances gave him no option. However, the movie does belong to Val Kilmer. He gave a real sense of fatalism as Doc Holliday wanting to die in a blaze of gunfire rather than fade away from tuberculosis. A great view of the Wild West.
That's a pretty good review. Well written.
Yeah.
Thought out.
They need to give some advice to the first rating.
Well, 2000. The second review is probably written before the first one was born.
Probably.
This one's a 1 out of 10.
Oh, here we go.
1 out of 10.
2013.
Unfeasible. How you can get a rating that low?
The worst Western ever is the title of it.
You guys got to remember.
Napoleon, how could anybody even know that?
There's one thing you got to remember.
touch in there.
Not everybody. There is somebody that will hate every single movie. Doesn't matter how amazing and perfect a movie can be. There will be somebody that.
How hard did you have to dig to find a rating this bad?
Not that hard.
Let him read.
Let's see. I hate this movie, period.
Okay.
The makers of this dreck should be forced, like Alex in Clockwork Orange, to watch The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. over and over again until they understand what a Western should feel like. This is a Hollywood Western, overacted, cliche, horse manure, the 90s equivalent of a Roy Rogers all flair with no depth or reality. Every line of this movie sounds like a catchphrase. Every shot of this movie looks like it belongs in a commercial or a music video.
How is this bad?
I suppose if you just want to be entertained with brain left at home, then this crap might be for you. As for me, I'll take it dirty, gritty, Sergio Leone, Clint Eastwood Western all day.
Sure.
That kind of hurt to read.
Cringeworthy.
Take us out with a bang, Doug.
Please, there's got to be a good
you
one in
judge that by the spaghetti westerns.
As much as I loved those when I was growing up, this no. I'm sorry.
It is night and day. The spaghetti westerns were. I mean, they had their
time.
yeah.
If you go back and you watch some of those Clint Eastwood spaghetti westerns like Fistful of Dollars or Good, the Bad, the Ugly.
Yeah.
Those are slow burn movies. Like, it takes a long time. It's built on tension, and it takes a while for the plot to develop, and there's not a lot of dialogue.
No, you'll see him riding a horse for 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's just a different style of movie altogether. This one is
5 minutes.
way
in.
better paced. I mean, it's got a couple places in there where the movie might slow down a little bit, but I would never say that it drags.
No, not at all.
Well, it's like it would be like trying to compare The Unforgiven to
Another great Western, by the
a
way.
spaghetti western.
Yeah.
Like The Good, Bad, and the Ugly, Unforgiven, you can't put them side
Yeah.
by side.
No.
But they're both Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a more modern rendition, and I thought more of an accurate rendition of a western.
Yeah.
As Unforgiven. It's a great movie.
Yeah, and I love the old Clint Eastwood movies.
Oh, yeah,
Outlaw
they're great.
Josey Wales,
Hang 'em
Good,
High.
Bad, the Ugly. You know, that whole generation. I love that.
I don't know how many
But-
times I saw the Outlaw Josie Wales.
Yeah, it's they're just completely different takes on
Yeah.
the genre.
I remember in Hang 'em High, he always had that scar around his neck from when they hung him. But he always
Kept a handkerchief over
then he
it
wore a handkerchief around it.
till like the big reveal when he pulled it off
Yeah.
to show who he was.
Yeah, that was cool.
All right, well, this one, she's a 180 turn here. 10 out of 10. My favorite Western, and this is also from 2025. So there's hope for humanity. I love so much about this movie the Old West settling, as well as the characters. Outfits and appearances all look so authentic, like out of a museum. It's just a beautiful movie to watch. Kurt Russell also has great hair in this film. The casting is solid all around, and Kurt Russell hair, you get the peak at Escape from New York.
Yeah.
I mean-
Well, and you get the
Pantene Pro V.
Yeah.
and you get his beard from The Thing. That's the peak beard right
Peak
there.
Beard, yeah. Just shows he can grow it out.
Yeah.
Let's see. The casting is solid all around. The standouts are Val Kilmer, Kurt Russell, and Sam Elliott. The movie does depart from the historical record at various points, but unless you're a history buff, Derrick, you likely won't notice or care. Like many others, Kilmer as Doc Holliday is my fave character. But I also found friendship between him and Wyatt Earp to be so touching, I confess to getting a little choked up at the end. I have no criticism. This is one of my favorite films.
Perfect.
That is a good review.
Okay, and I will say you don't have a Roger Ebert, and there is a reason for that. They did not get a chance to review this movie before it came out.
Probably because of the Christmas.
Well, it wasn't just that because they had a big like year-end thing going on, and the studio This was a direct quote from Roger Ebert, because I was trying to find it. I was like, wait. When I was printing this out, I was like, wait, I don't have a Roger Ebert. I was kind of freaking out last night. And I looked it up, and it said Roger Ebert said that the studio, the reason they didn't give them a copy to view before the movie came out was because they were afraid the movie was going to bomb. The studio was so worried about this movie bombing.
Oh, how wrong they were.
Oh, yeah. So that's why they
Did
didn't.
he ever put a quote out about it or anything?
They got to review it later on, like a month after it came out, but after that, there's just no point. They literally said there's no point if a ton of people have already seen it.
So
they never just made an official one.
Maybe we've already discussed this, but as I was thinking about 1993, that was an epic year for movies.
Yeah.
Listen to what was coming out that year. Schindler's List.
That's a good movie.
Amazing movie. Right? Philadelphia. Amazing movie.
Amazing movie.
Nightmare Before Christmas. That's what I was more interested in 1993.
Yeah.
Christmas time thing. Jurassic Park came out in 1993. The Fugitive. Groundhog Day.
Most of these are on the list, by the way.
What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Awesome movie.
Yeah.
Miss Doubtfire. I mean, come on. 1993 is like peak.
You could see how a Western
Cinema.
would kind of fade off in the movie list. If you
Sleepless in Seattle.
Yeah.
I'll just give you
There's
one.
too many.
I'll give you one quote, and you'll know what this movie is. Be a lot cooler if you did. Dazed and Confused. Also came out in 1993. Falling Down. Criminally underrated movie.
Dude.
When was the last time you've watched it? Because it's been forever for me.
Long
only
time.
been a
It's
few
been a long
months.
time. But I want to go back and
I
see.
sought it out and watched it.
I do too.
It's
Yeah.
great.
All right. The Sandlot. You're killing me, Smalls. Also 1993. Demolition Man.
I don't know. That's a great movie. I don't care how cheesy it is. It's great.
I mean, Last Action Hero.
Another great one.
1993.
Know how to use the shells.
All right. Now, here's one. Nathan, I know you'll love this because I know you love the animated series. Batman Mask of the Phantasm.
That's a good movie.
Oh, that's going to hit you in your feels,
That's
man.
a good one.
'cause-
Oh, because it really, as much as I love the animated series, it really amped up the animated series even
Yeah.
more. Ooh.
Yeah. Gettysburg
Great
came
movie.
out in 1993. I mean, I could keep going, but as you can tell already, that's just like the top,
You know what that right
20
there
right
tells
there.
me? That little list, it shows how much movie releases have fallen.
Oh my gosh. And how many of those movies right there were one-offs? Like they just made it and there's no sequel. It wasn't a part of a franchise. It was just a standalone.
And they're just amazing.
Yeah, and they're classics.
Well, I mean, there's only one that became a franchise, Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park.
That's the only one.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of Oscars won because
Yeah.
a lot of those
yeah.
movies there.
But I mean, you think about that was 1 year.
Yeah.
We didn't know how good we had it, bro.
Well,
we were eating good in the neighborhood.
We've talked about this in
Back
our
when
other
tickets
episodes.
were $2.50
Yeah.
Man,
to get
go to the
in.
matinee, $3.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Get your popcorn, and you're in and out for less than $10.
Well, we've talked about this in other episodes. There's like, if you go back, there are certain years, not the whole generation, but just a certain year, like 84,
86.
86, 89,
93.
93, 99. I mean, there's just like, it's like almost every like 5 to 6 years back then, just bangers left and right,
Oh
just
my God.
left.
Try to do that in the 2000s.
It ain't happening. The only thing it's
went
Marvel
down.
movies.
Yeah, it went down in the 2000s. There were still great movies in the 2000s, but now it's unheard of if there's one good movie a year.
I mean, imagine going to the video store. I mean, some of you people listening, you have no concept of that, you youngins. But I mean, you could go to the movie store and spend hours.
Imagine
I
walking
remember
into
being in Blockbuster for like an hour trying to decide.
Yeah.
Because
Imagine walking in there in 95. Just walking there in 95
so many amazing
and
movies
having
on
to
the
look
shelf.
around.
Yeah.
It's like I can't rent all of them in one night.
Oh,
I did that at Stage Door. I mean, I was
Yeah.
in there forever at Stage Door. looking at the games and
So it's amazing when
all
you
the
think
all
about.
the advertisements.
Oh, yeah.
It's
cardboard
amazing when you
cutouts.
put this in context and you look at what came out that year, and then they're thinking that Tombstone is going to bomb, and it's like, I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off. It's like one of the greatest westerns of all time.
definitely.
And here it is, and look at what was coming out. I mean, that's just amazing.
Well, and I almost want to say is I feel like maybe if they were thinking that way, I think they hurt themselves because they decided to release it on Christmas Day. Because that's probably why they think it was going to bomb, because they're like, well, nobody wants to see this movie on Christmas. I would, but I'm just saying I think that's what they were thinking. Well, this is not a Christmas movie, so this movie probably won't do.
Yeah, and you go back and I know Christmas is a big release day for a lot of movies, but I mean, when you look at that summer lineup, like they probably didn't want to compete with JP, because they knew Jurassic Park. Oh, Steven Spielberg, this is going to be a juggernaut.
Yeah.
Just get out the way.
Well, I mean, because this is probably what the last movie of the year.
Yeah, but you look at this movie and you think this is like it's got summer blockbuster written all over
Definitely.
it, and then it comes out on Christmas Day, which is odd, and kind of to your point, their thinking process. They're probably thinking if we could just break even on this.
Probably. Well, and also if you look at a lot of movies in the past, January and February, that's dead zone for movies.
Yeah.
So that probably didn't help anything either. The fact that they released it at the end of December, so they're going to get January and February. So it did great in theaters, but it was just a dead zone for movies.
I just out of random curiosity. It's like, okay, what were they thinking they were going to go against in '94? Wait until after Christmas.
Well, that was Jim Carrey's big year, right?
Look,
Three.
Here's
Just
like a
three movies.
top few: Forrest Gump,
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction,
Yeah.
Interview with the Vampire,
Yeah.
Speed, The Lion King,
Keep going.
True Lies,
Classic.
The Mask,
No.
Ace
Smokey.
Ventura, Clear and Present Danger, The Santa Claus, Shawshank Redemption,
Oh man, Stone Cold.
Dumb
We've
and
done that.
Dumber, Stargate. I mean, Legends of the Fall, Natural Born Killers. Here you go, Preston. Star Trek Generations. It just keeps going. Maverick, The Crow.
Oh, Maverick's so good.
Yeah, so I mean, nobody. We look back and hindsight's 2020, and we see how amazing these movies were. But at the time, they don't know. They don't know that it's going to be a hit. They're just looking at maybe a couple of test audiences, and they're thinking, we don't know.
Like that Forrest Gump tested good. I don't think we should release it next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Imagine
Anyway.
those conversations.
But so that's the reason why there's no Roger Ebert review, because the studio told him that it might bomb.
Well, we went down a rabbit hole on
so-
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fine. That's great.
Rabbit holes are good.
It's crazy hearing all those movies from '93 and '94 that, just like I said, just bangers coming out left and right.
Yeah.
Those 2 years, and then we had just 2 years earlier, '91, we had T2 come out.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was probably still in some theaters. I would not doubt it.
all right, thanks, Doug. So I'm going to do our scene by scene here. So scene 1. The movie begins by recounting the history of cowboys who brutally murdered attendees at a Mexican wedding. We meet Curly Bill, the leader of the cowboys. Wyatt, Virgil, and Morgan Earp step off the train as they journey to Tombstone. Doc Holliday plays poker and stabs a man, robs the place, and flees. The Earps arrive in Tombstone and meet Sheriff Behan, who provides them with new cottages. Wyatt resolves a problem at an Oriental and gains a piece of ownership. Doc reunites with the Earps.
Instantly drawn into this movie. Great opening scene. Kind of like The Godfather. The Godfather begins with a wedding.
Yeah.
This one begins with the wedding.
Well, and I thought it was cool they showed the old footage of real cowboys, like
Yeah.
actual old footage. And if you notice, they also incorporated the actors from this movie into the old footage as well.
Yeah, and there's a voiceover that sort of explains, maybe it's like a 30-second little bit there.
Wasn't
where they
Charlton
have-
Heston doing all that?
No, it was another famous old star. He was supposed to play Charlton Heston's part. I don't know. I'll think of it. What was his name? He was an old movie star as well.
So yeah, you're immediate. I think it's interesting that the way they start this movie is by introducing you to the villain,
Yeah, instead of the
not
good
the
guys.
hero.
Right.
and so you meet, like you said, Curly Bill, and they're gonna kill a guy on his wedding day. I mean, that's brutality right there in front of his bride. Make his bride watch, and then turn around and shoot the preacher.
Yeah.
Or the priest.
Yeah. Well, so apparently there was some deleted scenes in this part. They were going to show who got killed, who of the cowboys actually
That's
got
Michael
killed.
Bean's character that turns around and shoots.
Yes, yes. Well, apparently it was Curly Bill's, I think, father that got killed.
Oh, that's why they went after them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because he was part of the Cowboys as well, but they decided to not. They felt like they didn't need to include it in the story.
Yeah, so you get a sense for how cold hearted this gang of cowboys is to start the movie, and like I said, interesting way to start it because I guess if you see the trailer going into the movie, it's about who the hero is, but it sets the stakes already at the beginning, saying like, okay, here's what we're up against.
Yeah. Derrick, do you know the quote offhand of what the priest was saying? And then,
Oh yeah, so he was quoting scripture from Revelation chapter 6, where he talks about the four horsemen of the apocalypse,
Yeah.
and then he quotes from it. I'm the rider on the white horse, and death followed with him. That's from Revelation chapter 6, and then they quote that. Or Michael Bean's character translates from Spanish.
why am I drawing a
was
blank on his name?
Yeah,
Johnny Ringo.
Johnny
Ringo.
Yeah.
Yeah, he quotes it. It's such an awesome scene because it just ends with him just kind of staring off, and then it goes to the next scene of you see Wyatt coming off the train.
Yeah, and so
Ringo's like, he's saying that the guy that was actually originally translating, he's like, your Spanish is, are you supposed to say your Spanish is as bad as your shooting or something?
I think it's as bad as your English.
Yeah.
I think that's what
Yeah.
he says.
But what's interesting about that is, okay, so you meet Bill, Curly Bill, and he's like the ringleader. But then you also meet Michael Bean's character, and you think, well, this guy's even more cold-hearted than the leader of the gang. I mean, you're going to turn around and shoot the priest. Come on.
And then that's the only person he shoots too. He
Yeah.
doesn't shoot. He's not with the rest of the cowboys shooting all those the Mexican police or whoever they are. He's standing back in the background while the rest of them are shooting. But he decides to shoot the priest instead. So this really shows you what kind of person Ringo is.
Yeah, I love it. I love the intro, and then of course we meet Wyatt Earp getting off the train, and he interrupts the young dude who's beating the horse.
Yeah,
So
it's such a great scene.
hurts, don't it?
He slaps him right through. Oh, it's great.
So one thing I love about how they begin the movie, Wyatt gathers with his brothers, and they're coming into Tombstone to start a new life. Right, they're getting out of the law game, and immediately they walk into the Oriental Saloon, and Wyatt imposes his will on Billy Bob Thornton,
Billy.
who we didn't mention in the cast. Wasn't that Billy Bob?
Did I not?
Oh,
I did not even mention him.
You didn't
did I?
put him in there.
Well, he was a no-name right at this point.
It's Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh, yeah. It's
I saw that and I was
Billy Bob.
like, Sling Blade, baby.
Yeah.
Friday Night Lights.
I honestly, I've seen the movie 100 million times, and I totally forgot to put him in
It's
the cast.
Billy Bob.
I thought you were going to come back later. Did you know?
So anyway, he asserts his dominance over Billy Bob, kicks him out, and boom, they got a brand new business.
What does he say? Like, pull that smoke wagon or something like that when he slaps him.
This movie has so many quotes.
You got some of it?
Yeah.
He's like,
Skin that smoke wagon. And see what
smoke
happens.
winds, are you just going to stand there and bleed?
Oh, yeah, that's a great quote. He smacks him around just like he smacked the boy off the train. What are you going to do, just stand there and bleed?
Well, see, and that's one thing I love about this movie is what does that even mean? what is it? Skin that
smoke wagon.
Well, the gun's in leather.
Yeah.
No, I get that, but it's just like you can definitely tell they did some research on actually how people might have spoke back
Like
then.
authentic
So
quotes.
the authentic dialogue reminded me a lot of not the Fairley brothers. They were Dumb and Dumber. I'm talking about the Coen brothers.
Coen brothers, yeah.
No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
Big Lebowski. Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou? Their dialogue is always amazing. Their banter is so witty and it's so colloquial. Like they get really into the way people talk. And they did that for this movie. And that's what makes it so immersive.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys know this, but there's
Pretty immersed in Dumb and Dumber, though.
So you're saying there's a chance?
So the director was George P. What is that?
Costumos.
Costumos. He technically was kind of wasn't the director. There's all these rumors going around that Kurt Russell stepped in. He didn't say, okay, step aside, let me do it. He helped him direct.
Gotcha.
Kurt Russell, because this guy
shots and stuff.
I mean, clearly this guy had not directed much. There was actually, I think there was another director that they hired, but then they fired him very quickly because he didn't know what he was doing. So they hired this guy, but he still didn't know much. So Kurt Russell stepped in to try to help him. And clearly, a lot of people think that Kurt Russell is like the shadow director of this movie.
Interesting.
There was even some scenes him and Val Kilmer came in and helped him like rewrite some scenes. And one thing that if you notice in this movie is not focused on Wyatt Earp. It's focused on everyone else. It does focus on Wyatt Earp like 25% of the time.
It's because they didn't want to do a Wyatt Earp story.
Well, and do you know?
Focus more on the love interest with Wyatt Earp and his struggle with his wife.
Yeah. Well, they I don't know if you know this, but this was originally supposed to have been Kevin Costner's.
Really?
Before he did his own Wyatt Earp movie, this was supposed to have been Kevin Costner's, but he didn't like the way they wrote the
He was
script.
too busy making Waterworld at this time.
Well, no. See, what happened was he wanted to focus more on Wyatt Earp, and nobody wanted to do that. Everybody wanted, so that's when he went away and took it and made his own movie. What is it? Is it called Wyatt Earp?
Wyatt Earp.
Yeah,
It's like 4 hours long.
Yeah, and that's. I'm sorry, that's way too long for me. But so that's when Kurt Russell stepped in and started helping him out and stuff.
So let's talk about that introduction of Doc Holliday, because you mentioned it in the synopsis there, where you meet him in the saloon. He beats a guy like he always does at poker.
Yep.
And then
everybody assumes he's cheating because he's so good at it.
He doesn't kill the guy, but he does stab him.
You know who that guy is?
Tell me.
That's Frank Stallone.
Oh, really?
Sylvester Stallone's brother.
Now that you know that, next time you watch it, be like, yeah, I see it.
I had no idea.
Yeah, he's the one that gets stabbed.
So let's talk about it, because one of the reviewers there that we read, instantly when you see Doc Holliday's character, he's pale as a ghost. He sweats profusely throughout the whole movie, and you can tell immediately that the dude's sick. And of course, later on, you learn that he's got tuberculosis and he's coughing up a lung.
Lunger.
Yeah, but
this is in the way later stages of it too, like the stages of Doc Holliday's life.
But this is a great introduction to his character, and I love the way that they break the ice with him.
Oh, he like, what? And what he said? What was the comment about his guns? He's like, what? You won't want me to pull my gun? We won't be friends anymore. And then he puts it on the pile. Now we're friends again.
It would break my heart that I wasn't your friend.
Well, and see, that's another thing that Val Kilmer brought to this part was there's I don't Derrick, you might know better than me, but I don't think there's any records of how Doc Holliday spoke. But I think Val Kilmer brought that Southern charm, Southern gentleman to the role, and it worked out better because I don't think there's any record of him talking like that.
Yeah, he was so unique for this role, and just the way that he the way that he spoke, like he's from the deep South.
Yeah.
Maybe he's from Mississippi or Alabama or something. He's got that nice drawl.
He even had a way of a
He's
upper
elegant.
class gentleman, you know.
He's elegant. He's a playboy. Like, he carries around his own sipping cup. Like, come on. Like, he's always dressed to the nines.
Well, I think he even had like a pocket watch in his vest.
Yeah, he had a pocket watch, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's a sophisticated dude, but if you cross him,
Yeah.
hold up.
Smoked.
I think they said, wasn't he like the most feared gunfighter out of like in history or something?
Well, and so that's the whole debate. Is it him or is it Billy the Kid?
Yeah.
And so
It's Doc Holliday.
you pick your poison there.
Yeah. That's true.
Because, Billy the Kid was way more documented
Yeah.
than Doc, but unfortunately.
Okay, so we go to that. What was it called? The Oriental, and he slaps Billy Bob, and he leaves. Well, then he tells his brothers that he's gained a stake in
25% stake. That's all you got to do is go in and slap somebody, and you get 25% of a business.
Well, I mean, hey, if it brings in more business, I guess you can do it back then.
I mean, it's awesome to see him just go in and immediately clean up the joint.
That scene was so epic, just so epic.
Just ice water.
Yeah.
Ice water.
And then they have that other. They
I want
have
to
that,
tell you, you're sitting in my seat.
and then they have that confrontation like out in the street a little bit afterward, where Billy Bob goes to get the shotgun, and he comes out,
and they're all ignoring him.
Yeah.
The dude's got a shotgun on him, and they don't even pay him. No,
They don't pay
Doc's standing right there, and what does he say?
He says his name.
Wide Earp.
Well, he says
Called White out first, and they just start talking.
Yeah.
He's
They
like,
don't
"Oh,
care.
sorry, I forgot you were here.
Yeah.
You can go now."
I forgot you was even there.
thank you, and he lays
says,
down.
"Leave the gun."
His gun.
And you notice that the way they wrote it, Doc said that to make Billy Bob even more scared because he said Wyatt Earp, and he's like
Wyatt Earp.
and you saw him Wyatt Earp. And then Kurt Russell plays it so good because he never makes eye contact with him.
Leave the shotgun.
And when he's talking to Doc, and then he's like, "You can go now." And
Thank
he's
you.
like, "Leave the shotgun.
Thank you. Thank you for not
ground.
killing me.
Put it on the ground."
That's so great.
Yeah, great introduction scenes.
All right. You guys want to move on to scene 2? You got anything else for the scene?
See,
Let's do it.
does that skip? Does scene 2 cover where he meets Sheriff Behan?
Well, he meets him for a second
At the
there
end of this one, he tries to introduce Doc to him.
Yeah.
Pardon me if I don't shake hands. Excuse me if I don't shake hands.
Yeah.
It's great.
I mean, every single 5 minutes, there's a quote. This movie is so quotable.
Because that instantly showed how close Doc and Wyatt was. Because Wyatt knew that would aggravate Doc, and Doc's like, "Damn you, Wyatt."
Well, and I guess this is also where we see that little shootout. The two guys come out of that other building.
Kansas Jack.
Fight.
It was a fair fight. I'm sorry. I'm still going to need your guns.
Mind your ear. Yeah, he shot.
Law and orders. All right. Okay. So scene 2. Josephine Marcus arrives with her theater troupe, attracting everyone to the Birdcage Theater. Wyatt and Morgan win several mining operations at the Oriental. Josephine wants to dance with Wyatt, but he ignores her. Curly Bill and the Cowboys arrive, and Ike warns Wyatt that they're the law and don't need Wyatt. Ringo and Doc have a standoff. Wyatt rides to Josephine in the country and have a picnic. We learn Maddie is addicted to opioids. I mean, that's a hard word to say, opioids. High from an opium den, Curly Bill goes crazy with his guns and shoots the sheriff, killing him. Wyatt knocks him out, and the Cowboys surround him.
So that scene where Josephine and Wyatt Earp see each other in the street, it's like love at first sight.
Yeah, you hear
he's
the music
instantly
start.
smitten by her.
She's like, that's an interesting scene. Yeah.
So that sort of sets up the tension between in Wyatt's life, because he's a man that's torn between two loves. He wants this woman who's like wild and untamed, spontaneous, and meanwhile his wife is like, a druggie.
Mundane, Yeah.
It's just headaches, Wyatt.
Yeah. And that's like a recurring.
Yeah.
It starts the moment they get off the train, don't it? Because
Yeah,
they meet up.
Yeah.
She's like, I couldn't find any in the shop. They didn't have any. And then I think it was
I
like
have some. And she's
it's
like, "Be
Virgil's
careful."
wife, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, I have some. Just be careful.
Yeah.
She tells her it's addictive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she's like, oh, it's okay. I just have a headache. Yeah.
So the one of the most iconic scenes in this movie is that first standoff between Doc Holliday and Ringo.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is gold. That is such a rewatchable scene, and man, it's just awesome the way that Val Kilmer just sort of mocks Ringo with the silver drinking cup. I mean, that is so brilliant.
Well, it starts off with Ike coming in there, the coward Ike. He's the
Ike
biggest
Clancy.
coward in this
Yes.
entire movie. He comes in there and now hear me, Kansas law dog.
Yeah.
We don't need your kind
Don't
around
need
here.
no Kansas law.
He's like, I'm retired. Oh, that's real good, Kansas law dog, because we just don't like your kind around here.
And that's when he wins. And then
He's a bit. Curly Bill's
said,
like,
"Shut up."
shut up, Ike.
yeah, shut up, Ike. Yeah. It's like, I'm winning. Shut up.
And see, that's when Ike stands back, and you'll see that so many times in this movie. He is the biggest coward in this entire movie.
Oh,
He
he-
talks big, but
He
as soon as
talks big when his friends are around.
Exactly, yeah, and we'll see that here in a minute.
So that's the iconic scene too, where they have that banter back and forth in Latin.
Yeah, and Ringo is like, "Are you retired too?" He's like, "I'm."
Not me. I'm in my prime.
Yeah, I love that. Not me. I'm in my prime, and he's sweating profusely.
Oh, yeah, he
and
looks
he's like
horrible.
Looks like he's
terrible.
about to die.
He looks like a vampire.
Yeah.
I mean, it's awful. I'm in my
what happens
prime.
when you're a lunger.
And that's when Kate, we hadn't mentioned Big Nose Kate.
Yeah, that was actually her real nickname in real life, because apparently she actually did have a big nose, like the real
Yeah.
woman in real life.
His mistress.
Yeah,
He's like, should I hate him?
yeah, it was Big Nose.
You
Kate.
don't even know him. That's a great man. The dialogue is so good in
Yeah.
this movie.
Well, I think I'll hate him. And
Yeah.
that's when he mumbles that first sentence of Latin, and then Ringo answers him back. He's like, oh, yes. He's an educated man. I do hate him.
Yeah.
Well, and that's when Ringo pulls out his gun, but then all of a sudden you also see Wyatt has that shotgun underneath the
That
table.
little double
He's
barrel
waiting.
under the table.
waiting.
That's like a Western movie
Yeah.
trope. You know, the bartender always has
Yeah.
a piece underneath the bar.
Yeah.
Dealer. He just got it hanging on that little bent nail. Like, okay.
So that is such a great scene. I mean, you put that scene right there up there with
Alone.
some of the greatest Western scenes of all time.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
You know, Good, the Bad, the Ugly, the showdown.
All the finale scenes and all those westerns, you just saw it right there.
I
The
mean-
stare down.
Yeah.
I mean, Val Kilmer was dialed in. You ever watch his eyes so closely when he's doing it? Because he never breaks eye contact, even when he's doing all of it.
Yeah.
They start
I wonder if that-
pistol slinging.
Yeah, I wonder if that was Michael Biehn that he actually did all of that.
It was. Yeah,
Gunsling.
I think I was reading he actually like went to training and actually did all the gunslinging and twirling and all that stuff. I will say, I think we were talking about how there's a couple just like kind of boring scenes, just a few. I think the whole picnic scene, I almost feel like I could have done without that a little
Yeah.
bit. I don't know, shorten it a little bit or something.
Because it was
don't
kind of
know.
it was kind of a long scene, which is
Well,
It was out of nowhere, kind
I
of.
think what they're trying to establish there is that, you know, this woman has totally smitten him, and
Yeah.
she just has a completely different perspective on life, and she asks him all these questions about deep, like philosophical
Yeah,
questions
right.
about life, and he's just, that's not who he is.
He's not used to that.
He's not used to that.
And he goes
So-
directly home and asks his wife the same question, see how she answers them.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad scene.
No, it's
It's
just
just, you got to think about how peak that
Yeah.
last scene was.
we went from the roof
And
down to
then you
the
go
floor.
a picnic.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. There are no bad scenes.
No,
in
no,
this
no, no.
movie at all. It's just
shorten it a little bit or
Some
something.
of them are just so
nobody's even
amazing.
talked about Doc Holliday's teacup slinging.
Well, we're
While
waiting on
you're
you,
here,
Dougie.
We're waiting on you.
Well, you skip over the part two where
Well, that's for you, Doug.
Before the picnic, that's when they're all in the bar, and that's when you get the thing like what when Doc's messing with Wyatt, saying, "Well, I know you noticed her, and what would you do if she walked in?"
Oh yeah.
I'd ignore her.
Ignore her, yeah.
And then she walks in, and he turns around and says, "Oh hell!"
Well, and then he just turns right back around.
Turns around.
He's like, Wyatt, you're an oak.
I stand corrected. Yeah, he's such a smart ass, though.
Well, I think that's why him and Wyatt got along so much, because I almost feel like they were like opposites.
Yin and yang.
Yeah, and it's almost like if you go back and watch this, and it's almost like Doc knows what Wyatt's thinking. Like when he's not talking, it's like Doc knows what he's thinking. Like the whole scene when they go to the theater, and Wyatt sees Josephine takes the devil's mask off, and he's just like surprised by it. Mm-hmm. And Doc makes a comment, something like "damned if you do" or something. I can't remember exactly what it is, but he's just like he knows what he's thinking.
So that scene, that rowdy scene when they're in the theater and Josephine comes out and does her little bit of Faust, and then the theater
erupted.
Thespian gets up there and does his quotation of Shakespeare.
Yeah.
There's a great moment in that where in the crowd, you've got Curly Bill and you've got Johnny Ringo. They're sitting there watching the play take place, and then somebody in there is explaining like, "Oh, this is Faust." And
It's Jason Priestley.
Jason Priestley. He's
90210.
He's going to make a deal with the devil.
Yeah.
And he turns to Johnny Ringo, Bill does, and he says, "What would you do?" And he says, "I already did."
Yeah.
Yeah, because he wasn't even enamored by it or anything.
I love that because that's a callback to that original scene where he shoots the priest.
Yeah.
Like he's saying, "I'm already
Made a
the point
deal.
of no return. I'm
Already damned. I'm going to do what I want."
And they're setting it up like, oh, he made a deal to be the greatest gunslinger.
yeah.
That's the way I
mean,
took
that's
it.
Yeah.
That's honestly that's not a bad
Newsflash.
way of looking at it.
False.
Really.
It's okay. The cup slinging.
Yeah. So
Well, what do you got, Dougie?
can you?
I'm waiting.
Anyways, they get in there, and after their little confrontation, and they're speaking Latin, Ringo pulls out his pistol, and he starts slinging, and he has his little moment in his little show. And then, like we've already previously stated, Doc wants to be a smart aleck, so he has his little teacup like Derrick was talking about, his little sippy cup. And he pulls it out and starts flinging it around right in his face, mocking him, and it starts making everybody laugh.
Well, I think that's what calmed the situation down
Oh, yeah.
because it was getting so tense.
We don't want no trouble in here, no matter what language, boys.
Well, I think Doc did that because
He knew it would de-escalate.
Wyatt and everybody, they have a stake in this,
Yeah.
so they didn't want to make it that rowdy.
Well, and like you said, Doc is he's like a smart ass too. So he wanted just
And
to
you think about the way he's so upper class, like you were talking about with the cup. He wouldn't drink out of a dirty shot. They don't wash those glasses. They didn't wash them glasses back in. They would just let
spit in
one
them.
guy take a shot, and then the other guy take a shot, and they just kept pouring liquor. And they figure, oh, that alcohol's cleaning it out. But he carries his own shot glass.
Maybe he's germaphobe.
Very possibly. I think I've read something that he was.
I don't know.
There was
Maybe
something
yeah.
about he was very.
So we get a little look there into the opium dens of the Old West,
This scene.
which is kind of interesting that they throw that in there.
Yeah.
Because the Chinese people were necessary, but also hated
Yeah.
and treated as less than.
They're just like slave
to
labor.
help build the-
indentured servitude.
the railroads and so on. But so there's a lot of drug use in this movie.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, and this is where we see Curly Bill. He's just high off his butt.
Wasn't that like a hookah he was hitting on or something? Was that what they called it?
A pipe or a hookah or something. Yeah, I don't know.
Because somebody was handing it to him.
Yeah. And
And then he goes off into the street and blows his guns. He starts howling at the moon.
howling at the moon. Yeah.
Shoot the moon.
And he's like shooting he's shooting all kinds of different directions, shooting at people and
That's when they sent out the old man to try and get him calmed down.
Yeah, because Behan didn't want to go. Oh,
Behan.
this is a county issue. Oh,
Yeah.
I can't go out there.
And so that sort of sets up the main. We already got conflict in the saloon, but then this sets up the main
Feud.
plot.
Main conflict with the
antagonism there.
The Cowboys and the
Cowboys,
and the
yeah.
Earps. Yeah.
Because Wyatt Earp takes matters into his own hands and puts him in jail.
Okay, I'm not even saying this is my favorite scene, but this might be the best or one of the best scenes in the entire movie of when Wyatt comes out there and knocks Curly Bill out after he just killed the sheriff, and then the Cowboys try to rush him, and then Ike walks up to him.
That's like one of the best lines.
Wyatt pulls his gun right at Ike's forehead. He's like, your men might get me first, but not before I turn your head into a canoe.
Yeah. Not before I turn your head into canoe. And then Ike's like, oh, he ain't kidding. He ain't kidding.
Let's get him. No. He ain't bluffing. You're not as dumb as you look, Ike.
You know, this is completely off topic, but I've been thinking about it. You know how you're talking about the connection between Doc and Wyatt? It gives me very similar vibes to John Marston and Arthur Morgan.
Elaborate.
The video game Red Dead Redemption.
Oh,
Anyways.
Yeah, you're going to have to elaborate. I've never played that game.
I've only played it like one time.
You're the only other.
Maybe that's where they got
you
the
about this.
inspiration from.
You're the also Arthur Morgan in the game. He also has TB.
Oh,
Okay.
Maybe that's where they got the inspiration from. Tombstone.
Probably.
Probably.
When this is where we see that infamous scene of they're trying to rush Wyatt, but they're standing back, and then that's when Doc comes out. He's hammered. He is drunk, and he comes out, and he's like, "And you," and he pulls out both
Music
guns.
lover.
Yeah.
And he's like,
I have two guns.
Go ahead,
One
Derrick.
for each of you.
Yes. And did you notice? I don't know if you guys noticed this, but
I think you might be seeing more than double.
he spun it in two different directions. Each gun was.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, he didn't just spin them this way, but he spun one this way and one that way at the same time. Oh, it's such an epic scene.
He's like, you're probably seeing two. He said, what did he say? Oh, it's
He's probably
the
seeing
drunk
double.
piano player. He didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the drunk piano player.
Yeah, he's like, you're probably seeing double. And he's like, well, I've got
Two guns.
two guns.
One for each of
Oh,
you.
it's so great. Well, and that's when we see, the tension is so high in this scene, and that's when we see Virgil and Morgan come out and blow the shotgun and kind of calm everything down. But it's such an epic scene.
Good stuff.
You guys got anything else for the scene? You want to move on to scene 3?
Let's go.
All right. Scene 3. The mayor urges the Earps to become sheriff, and Virgil, including Morgan, agrees. After Ike loses several hands of poker to Doc, and remind me, I've got something I got to mention about this scene. He threatens Virgil and the Earps, but Virgil knocks him out and imprisons him overnight. Doc succumbs to gambling and drinking. The next morning, the Cowboys warn the Earps of a fight, and Doc and the Earps head to the OK Corral. The fight begins, resulting in the death of 4 Cowboys. Morgan and Virgil are both injured. So, I was telling Doug about this the other day, because I've literally probably watched Tombstone just in the last year probably 8 or 9 times. I don't know. When I wanted to do this as an episode, I just kept on watching it. I couldn't stop watching it. But this last time I watched it, the scene where Ike gets mad at Doc because he thinks he's being cheated. If you look at Wyatt, just look at his facial expressions through the whole scene, because you're supposed to kind of pay attention to Ike the whole time when he's kind of freaking out and pushing everybody. But just watch Kurt Russell and his facial expressions of him just getting mad, and I don't know, it really kind of opened my eyes to this scene of, if you just watch it different, it's such a different scene if you watch Wyatt the whole time. He freaks out, pushes him, and And also in that scene, I think there was kind of a mistake where when Ike freaks out, he knocks over a bottle, and one of the other cowboys catches it.
I saw
He
that.
catches it, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that was kind of a mistake, and I think even Kurt Russell looked at it like, oh no, that's about to break. But he catches it. So I think that was kind of a mistake, but it was like, it fit. I don't know. I just thought that was so awesome, just watching Kurt Russell's reaction to the whole thing.
And there's a transition part right there, right before the mayor. You know, the mayor, they had been approaching White and all his brothers to a certain degree, but they kept saying, no, we're tired.
Yeah.
And then you see Virgil when the little girl is in the street, and he saves the little girl from about to get run over, trampled by horses.
Yeah.
And that's when you can tell Virgil is, he looks at the town differently. He don't look at it as their chance to make a future. He wanted to make it safer for everybody else.
Yeah, they came there to make money to pretty much retire from their previous lives. But Virgil's starting to really see what the town is really like.
How bad it is.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they from the day one, even though White's the one that come in and started slapping people around, but from day one, they just saw it as business opportunities. They were making money everywhere.
All these guys have a sense of justice that can never go away. And so they're trying to ignore that or put a wet blanket over it for capitalism, just to make money. But then that sense of justice is awakened again.
Well, I think
with the death of the sheriff and then the little kid in the street.
Yeah.
Wasn't it, because I know Wyatt was a sheriff before, but wasn't also Virgil?
Virgil was
sheriff,
too, yes.
The sheriff in another town as well? I don't know about Morgan. I don't remember them saying anything about if Morgan was or not.
So is this the point in the movie where we hear probably the most famous line of the whole movie, which is, "I'm your Huckleberry"? Is this that point when...
It's after this fight. I'm
Is it?
pretty sure?
Yeah,
Because
it's way after the
they had
actual
come
OK
back.
Corral fight.
Yeah, it's after the OK Corral fight, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that'll be in the next scene when he says that.
Couldn't remember.
I think this also is the point in the movie where doesn't Virgil try to convince Wyatt that they should do something about protecting the town, as in talking about becoming sheriffs or lawmen?
Yeah, and Wyatt says that we don't want to. We should not be getting involved.
He's completely against the idea at first.
Because it goes from, doesn't it go from the one scene after the sheriff gets killed and it shows Virgil saving the girl, and then it shows Virgil hammering the sign.
Yeah,
Right.
right after.
Everybody's
saying
mad because they
with
can't put
ordinances.
guns into
Yeah.
the city.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, we ain't saying you can't have guns.
You just can't carry them in town. Yeah,
So this is also at the end of that gambling scene between Ike and Doc. This is where you have the first of many of Doc Holliday's fainting fits.
yeah. Because what did they say? He played for like 36 hours.
36 hours straight.
Great, yeah. Drinking and playing poker.
Yeah. And then he keels over and they have to call the doctor in.
Yeah, and Ike says, "What's wrong with him? He's what does he say? Like the bartender says he's got the lunger or he's lunger. He's like, well, good. I hope he dies.
Yeah. And he slaps the bartender.
Yeah, he slaps him. Yep.
And that's when
That's for disrespect.
that's when he runs into White and White, pistol whips him.
No, Virgil. Yeah.
Turns around to say something to Wyatt.
Yeah, he's like,
If I find him in the street, I'm going to kill him.
yes.
And then you see Virgil's hand come around with that gun and
Bam!
right in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Pistol whip.
And then the next morning, the Cowboys are there to pick up Ike, and this is another epic scene where Wyatt kind of bumps into that other cowboy guy. And he's like, "Sorry, man, sorry." He's like, "Sorry, kid, sorry, kid." He's like, "You take the kid and shove it up your butt."
Well, that's the
He's
same
like,
one.
"I'm not your kid."
Was that the same one that was talking to, or is that a different? Was that the same one that was talking to Doc, calling him a drunk piano player?
No. It was the same guy that was playing with Ike at the table. It was the same guy. He was sitting right beside
One
him.
with a little tiny mustache.
I think so.
Okay.
Well, and that's when Wyatt pulls out the guy's gun and just hits him
over the head with it.
and takes the gun from him.
I love the scene the next morning after Doc Holliday falls over, and he's with his mistress in their little apartment, and the doctor is there.
Yeah.
And, she's kind of outside listening to the doctor's prognosis, and basically he says, you've lost most of your lungs, and you don't have long to live.
Yeah, what does he say? Like 3 months if you keep going the way you're going, but then like maybe year or so.
And he tells him all the stuff he doesn't do. Don't drink.
Yeah.
Don't
gamble.
No
smoke.
more nightlife.
No more nightlife. No more. What do you call it? Husbandly duties.
Did he say that?
Yeah. I don't know how he worded it, but he was basically telling him not to have sex
No. Yeah.
because his body wouldn't take it. What does Kate do? She walks in and pours him a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she says,
Gives him a
aren't
smoke,
I a
too.
good woman to you? And he says, you are a good woman, but then again, you might be the Antichrist.
It's so great.
Because this woman, you kind of get the feeling like this woman is playing Doc.
Yeah.
He knows it, but he's going to go along with it.
Yeah, because he's still getting something out of it.
Yeah, it's definitely a transactional relationship.
Yes.
Like they're using each other.
Yes.
But they're both okay with it.
Yeah.
with it.
Well, okay, so not to jump ahead, but there from what you guys just said about her, the one scene after Morgan dies, and they're strapping him up in his coffin. They're going to take him out of town. Well, you see what's her name? Kate. You see Kate standing there, and she realizes, well, I'm by myself now. Because Doc's leaving with them. So I think
she knows Doc ain't going to stay with her.
No.
Wyatt needed him. He's leaving.
that's done.
yeah.
So
Bros before.
That's right.
So, this is when, we get this. Okay, so after Doc finds out that the cowboys are threatening the Earps, and he's the type of friend that will, no matter how sick he is, he's going to get up, and if you guys are about to fight, he's going to get up and fight no matter how sick he is.
Yeah.
And
Be there.
yeah, and it's so funny because he's actually like offended that he didn't get invited.
Yeah, he's half dead and he's pissed off he didn't say nothing. Yeah. Well, it's because Virgil's standing with Morgan.
Yeah.
And they're talking about, and Wyatt comes up and says, because Virgil's saying, we need to go take their guns away.
Yeah.
And Wyatt had just given a speech about backing your brothers because he's wanting them to back him.
Yeah.
And that's when he's like, what do you think, Morgan? And that's when he says, like you said, Wyatt, back your brother. And he pulls his shirt back and shows he's a deputy now.
Yeah. Well, and Wyatt said, because in that scene, Wyatt says, let him just, what does he say? Let the alcohol,
liquor wear off.
Let the
They'll
liquor
pass
wear
it
off.
off.
And then once they start getting headaches, they'll forget about us. And Virgil's like, forget about them. They're breaking the law.
Breaking the law, yeah.
So then you have the gunfight at the OK Corral. Which
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
what,
Which they really
30 shots
play-
in 30 seconds.
They play it down, and it's like
Yeah.
one of the most famous gun
But if you
battles.
study that historically,
What's it like?
really didn't
4
last that long.
Like 4
No.
minutes or something
Yeah.
like that. Don't they? It's like just a couple minutes.
They did have the basis of the history set up right. It was about bringing the guns into town, which Johnny Cash has a song about that.
Yeah.
Bring your guns
Guns
into
song.
town. But that whole historical basis between the Clampetts and the Earps, like that's all pretty much accurate
Yeah.
there.
Well, and the whole scene of they at the OK Corral, everybody's guns are drawn.
They don't
And-
draw it out though. It's not
No,
like
no,
a
no.
long,
No, no.
drawn out thing. They spent the whole movie building up to this.
Well,
And I thought it was cool. You think, okay, you ask any kid what the OK Corral is, they're going to think it's some great thing. Really, it was just the back of a horse barn.
Yeah.
That's literally what it was.
Yeah.
They were just back there throwing up all over the hay and stuff, trying to get over a hangover.
well, the scene you see Doc, he winks at that one guy that he.
Oh, yeah.
He's
yeah.
He
that was
antagonizes him.
that was improvised by Val
Oh,
Kilmer.
really?
Yeah. So the whole reaction of that guy in the blue shirt, that was totally pure.
Ike runs away,
Yeah.
jumps in the photo
Of course.
shop,
Yeah.
Pulls
finds the gun.
It's Behan's
shoot,
gun.
don't shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
he's such
takes
a
Behan's gun.
coward.
And then what was cool about that whole scene where he winks at him, before the first bullet, Wyatt knows it. Do you see
He's
it?
like, oh my.
He's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He knows it's
He
going
knows
to
it's
happen.
about to go down. Well, and then, once it's done, what is it? Morgan gets shot in the leg, and Virgil I guess they both get shot in the legs, don't they?
Virgil gets shot in the leg. That's why they have to send him on the train.
No, not yet.
No, that's when he gets the shotgun blast to the shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he comes in. Yeah. No, so they both get shot. Well, they're standing there, and Behan comes out after the shootout. All right, you guys are all under arrest.
Yeah.
To arrest you.
He's like, Wyatt says, I don't think I'm going to let you arrest us today, Behan.
Because before they done that, he asked Virgil to deputize.
Oh, yeah. He swore him in. Yeah.
And it shows him, it's real cool. It shows him going to get his Wyatt Colt.
He goes back to his
Out of the
cottage and
box.
gets that Colt.
That's plaqued.
Yeah.
That they gave him for being the lawman. And then when they come out, that's when Doc comes down. What? And he was offended because they didn't tell him. And he tells Virgil, give Doc. They'll be more antsy to draw if they got Doc on the street howitzer.
Well, and that's when Wyatt tells the mayor, he's like, well, I guess we did our due diligence for today. And then they just walk on. Great scene. Such a great scene.
Oh, yeah.
All right, you guys want
Most of it was Ike running away.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we had a coward of the century category in this thing, he would be it. Mm-hmm. Biggest.
He gets the gun and then he's shooting like this through the glass.
Nobody calls me Yella. From Back to the Future.
Yes.
But still.
All right, so scene 4. A drunken Ringo tries to fight the Earps, and the Cowboys plan to attack them that night. The wives are attacked but unharmed. Virgil is shot and loses the use of his arm. Morgan is shot in the pool hall and dies. The Earps leave Tombstone. At the train station, the Cowboys try to kill Virgil, but a cowboy is killed. Wyatt tells Ike a warning to all cowboys.
This is one of the best scenes in the movie when they're sending them off at the train station.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, definitely.
I got goosebumps thinking about that.
Well, the whole scene of...
So they set it up with the thunderstorm.
Yeah.
Yes.
The epic storm. And you know, because of that lightning and thunder, that something bad's about to go down.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And they, the little henchman, the little Mexican henchman with the real thin
little mustache. Yeah.
in the beginning.
The one that could barely speak Spanish?
Yes. They bring him back to do the assassination here at this point. So, I love that.
That actor played Mo on that Three Stooges TV show.
And they almost the way they were, it's almost like they were using the lightning and thunder to hide the gunshot.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Most of it.
But when Virgil got shot, it almost got foreshadowed over because it showed him get shot.
Yeah.
But it was dark. But they did such a good job hiding it. You didn't even almost realize what happened.
No. Well, and this is where we see them trying to get the bullet out of his arm, and
that's brutal, man.
And then that's when he tells him he's going to lose the use of his arm. He's like, I still got one other arm to hug you with.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
man.
that scene in the pool hall where they're trying to dig the bullet out of his back. Oh, my gosh. With no anesthesia. Nothing.
He's like, hold him. He's like, I'm sorry.
Off a pool table.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm sorry. The bullet's just too deep.
There's a couple of like gunshot scenes in movies that are just absolutely visceral. This is one of them. The other one is Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
In the back seat of the Cadillac. Oh my gosh, so much blood.
The shotgun, was that the shotgun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Black Hawk Down. There's a scene where they're trying to dig into a soldier's thigh to tie a tourniquet around the femoral artery. That scene is just so visceral. But this ranks up there because they show him like digging inside his back trying to get the bullet, and you're like, man,
everybody's screaming. The dogs are.
the dog. Somebody get that dog out of here!
Dog up. And it's very accurate to the time period because a lot of these black powder. These are a lot of black powder pistols. I mean, they didn't have that much distance power.
Yeah.
So the bullet, that's what would kill you. It'd be sepsis would kill you later if they didn't get the bullet out.
Lead poisoning.
Yeah. One way or another.
Yeah. When, we see Morgan dies. It's such a sad scene because he kisses him on the forehead, and then he goes out and he's just covered in blood. Like Wyatt is just
It's raining,
raining, just covered in blood, and he's
Go away.
yeah, he's telling everybody to leave him alone, and he's just like he yells Morgan, and then we see the scene where they're wrapping him up in his coffin.
So the scene at the train station,
Yeah.
where Wyatt gets his revenge. You tell him I'm coming. You tell him hell's coming.
dude.
Such a epic scene. Well, and then we see them. They pull up to the Cowboys. They're sitting on the porch there, and he's like, "I just want you to know, it's done. We're
Dude,
finished."
this is cold.
And then he's like, "Well, bye."
Yeah.
Oh,
And then Ringo's like,
that's when they're doing the funeral procession through the street.
Yeah.
Well, before that, the Clampett has his.
Yeah.
And they're holding up a big sign, murdered in the streets of
yeah.
Tombstone.
Yeah.
Well,
And then they do their funeral procession.
and Ringo, this is the brutal part of it. He's like,
Smells like
"Do you
somebody
smell it?
died.
Somebody died."
Oh.
And you just see Wyatt's face. It's like he's in so much pain, but he's like,
He's so pissed.
he's so mad. Oh,
Yeah.
it's such a.
That veins coming out his forehead.
Well, bye.
Yeah. Bye.
I don't know why that. Just the way that line is delivered with such sarcasm.
Oh, yeah. It's hilarious.
What's his name that played Curly Bill? Powers Booth. He
Yes.
was so amazing in this movie. He's amazing in just about whatever role he plays, but he is so amazing as Curly Bill in this movie.
And people don't talk about him enough because
No.
of Val Kilmer's performance.
Well, and I think of Ringo as well.
Yeah.
So then this is where also Curly Bill tells Ike, of all people, why do you keep on sending Ike to take care of such a big job? This guy is, like I said, such the biggest coward. He's always running, but you send him to take care of to finish him off. Mm-hmm. And then
Expect something amazing to happen, like Courage the Cowardly Dog.
yeah.
This is like every villain trope, though. And every time you have a huge villain in a movie, they always send their henchmen to
He's
try and
definitely-
thwart the good
And he
guy.
gets
Never
him
happens.
with the spur.
Oh,
That spur in the corner of his mouth.
he's like, please, Wyatt, don't kill me. Oh,
And then I thought the climax of the scene when he turns around to his brother, he's like, "That's the first one.
that's one.
Yeah.
That's one." And he knows what his brother's going to do.
Well, okay, and I think they tell it at the end. They kind of give a little bit of history at the end of the movie of where everybody that survived, where they go, and they tell that Virgil, he went on to be a sheriff in another town, even though with one arm,
Yeah.
which I thought was great. All right, you guys want to?
Well, you also got
Dougie.
in this scene, before any of that had happened, this is where they had walked into the town and Ringo was drunk, and that's when you're talking about.
Oh yeah,
I'm your Huckleberry.
yeah. Doc comes out on the porch, and then he's like, Ringo asks him, he's like, "Doesn't anybody have the guts to play for blood?"
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when Doc Holliday comes out and he's like, "I'm your Huckleberry."
By the way, we forgot. That is a beautiful scene of the four of them walking across town.
yes.
Oh,
Go to the OK Corral.
Yeah.
I know that's
like the iconic.
That is such an awesomely shot.
Well, and they show the whole entire walk at the end of the movie. Like they show them walking from
Yeah.
the burning house. It's almost like an extended scene of them walking, and then they're playing the music, and it's such an awesome scene.
You can buy that as a shadow decal.
Can you?
Just those four.
That's cool.
The
Walking
shadow
across
of them.
town.
Yes.
That's awesome.
It's just a
I mean,
blackout of that walk.
There are some silhouettes of in movies. You think about the helicopters from Apocalypse Now, like
Yeah.
in the sun. Or
All
like,
that heat billowing up from them.
yeah, or like the Terminator silhouette rising from the ground. Oh, and then the scene of them, the silhouette of them four guys walking across. I mean, it's just
You know, like with hindsight now, looking at it when you talk about Doc, when Ringo's drunk, and what's the first thing you see? You see Doc in the shadows, and he takes a drag off a cigarette, and it glows. And that's
Oh,
when
yeah,
he steps
yeah.
forward and said, "I'm your Huckleberry."
yeah.
Yeah, it's funny that they just happen to be walking down that street with Doc about to get a shave. He just happened to be there.
What's even funnier about it is that they all know that if it was to actually happen right then and there, Ringo's dead.
Yeah.
Because they
That's why
immediately try to stop.
Curly Bill pulls him away. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, not now, not now, not now. He's like, yeah,
He's just playing. He's just funning. He's just funning.
That is one of the most important scenes, though, for later on.
Yeah.
That was like one of they talk about the writing and when they say that all the time. He's just funning.
Yeah.
They say that a bunch.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I'm saying. You can definitely tell they did a lot of research
Writing, yeah.
on how people talked back then.
Yeah.
All right, you guys got anything else for this scene?
So if you look up, I'm your Huckleberry, like the phrase,
Yeah.
made popular by the 1993 movie Tombstone, is classic Western lingo as a way to say, I got you covered, or I'm the right person for the job.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, but I don't know where that came from,
Okay, so
but what's the meaning of it?
I do. Apparently the original line was Hucklebarrel, like,
Oh, okay.
but Val Kilmer said Huckleberry.
So he flubbed it up.
Yeah.
But it's one of them flubs that lasted forever.
It's the most iconic line of all time of any movie.
See, I've heard several interpretations of it. I heard it was Hucklebearer.
No, I'm sorry. That's what it is. Doug, you're totally right. A bearer. Sorry.
That's what's called the shackles on the side of a casket.
Yes. Sorry.
You
I
carry
spoke
someone's
that wrong.
casket.
Oh,
So you're
Yes.
learning
Yes.
here today.
Yes.
So it's like I'll
Other
carry,
words,
I'll carry
I'm
your
carrying you
casket.
to your death.
Yeah, I'll carry your casket.
But as a way to also say, I'm the one for the job.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
That clears it up.
Yep.
But it's awesome. I always
Definitely.
say Huckleberry.
All right. Anything else? You want to move on to final scene? All right. So, final scene. The hunt begins. Wyatt and his immortals get ambushed by Curly Bill and the rest of the cowboys. Wyatt kills Curly Bill, leaving Ringo in charge. They find a place to rest, but Masters is killed. Wyatt receives a message to meet Ringo to finish the fight. Doc kills Ringo, and Wyatt and the gang kill the remaining cowboys. Doc tells Wyatt to leave his dying bedside and find the woman he loves. Doc dies, and Wyatt finds Josephine. They live the rest of their lives together.
That's like,
Absolute cinema.
Yeah. So that scene from the end of the train station into the hunt. That's an awesome montage.
Yeah. Right. into it.
Just
Right across
nonstop
the prairie,
hunting.
like busting in brothels and like finding them in their opium camps. So that's a great one where the guy's getting ready to take a draw off
Yes.
the hookah, and he puts
the barrel of the gun.
Wyatt just boom. Oh, it's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that montage.
And the only time it pauses is when Doc passes out on the horse. He falls
Yeah.
off the horse, remember?
that's right.
That's the only pause, and that's when we see
Charlton Heston.
Charlton Heston,
Yeah.
the ranch owner.
The first time I watched that, I didn't know who that was.
Yeah.
I completely missed that was Charlton Heston. But
I only know Charlton Heston from a few movies. I can't say I'm like a big fan of Charlton
Ten
Heston.
Commandments.
Well, 10 Commandments, and I
Lion
was
and
thinking
Winter.
of Omega Man. The movie I Am Legend.
Yeah.
Well, Omega Man's the original version.
Planet of the Apes. OG
Planet of the Apes. Soylent
I
Green.
always think of him from the NRA commercials.
Yeah.
From my cold dead hand.
Yeah.
You always holding up the gun. My cold dead hand.
Soylent Green.
Yeah.
I wonder how much they paid Charlton Heston just to make a 2-minute appearance in this movie.
I don't know.
Dude.
No telling.
I mean, it's almost like Jor-El from Superman.
Yeah. Yeah.
How they got Marlon Brando in there for just
5 minutes.
Because as soon as you hear his voice, you like, boom, you know who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got that voice. Dougie probably didn't realize who he was when he first met him. Crazy. He's had a crazy career.
So let's talk about that ambush by the riverside.
Ooh.
Yes.
And this is historical.
Historical,
Yeah,
yeah.
because that's an insane scene where they're bogged down. You got the cowboys on one side of the river. You got the Wyatt and his crew on the other, and they get ambushed. And so they're about to get blown away, and Wyatt, man, he just takes matters into his own hands and just runs right out there in the
Stands
middle
up.
of the
This
river.
is the character development of this movie.
Well, and Curly Bill's like, look at that. Look at that. And he's like,
Everybody,
let me have him. Let me have him.
everybody couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
You get that one line where, and he does such a great job because he knows they're completely surrounded. They're covered in crossfire. They couldn't stand up. What's he do? No. Got that slow motion. No. And he stands up and just starts mowing people down.
And see, this was actually, like you said, historical. They actually have testimony of his what do you call the jackets?
The dusters.
Dusters actually had bullet holes in his duster
All around him.
He never got hit.
So that reminds me of George Washington.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
there's been several documented battles where George Washington had like horses shot out from under him, bullet holes in his coat, but he wasn't touched to die.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He was in the French and Indian Wars before he was in the American Revolution. And there was a famous battle called the Battle of Monongahela, and it was in French and Indian War. And George Washington was part of that. He was fighting on the side of the British, and he got 2 horses shot out from under him, and like 3 or 4 bullet holes in his coat. Mm-hmm. And the Indians who were with the French that they were fighting against believed that he had been protected by the Great Spirit. Because
Interesting.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
That makes sense when you think about, he becomes the first president. Obviously, God wanted him to be president.
That's right. Talk about
Never got
providential.
touched by a bullet, but man, he had some wooden teeth.
Yeah.
So this is in this scene. This is where we see Wyatt. He's talking to Doc about Ringo. He's like, can I beat him? And he said no.
Doc literally tells him no.
Yeah, he tells him he can't beat him. Mm-hmm. And Wyatt he wants to understand what kind of person Ringo is, and like literally, I don't know the exact quote of what Doc says, but he literally he tells him what kind of person Ringo is.
It's like the way he describes, almost like talking about somebody without a salvation. He talks about him having a hole in him that he can't fill.
I think he says something like he hated that he was born or something like that.
Yeah, he just hated the fact that he was. Oh, he did something. And he said, "Why is he so angry?" He's like, he hated the fact he was born.
Yeah.
But mad at the world. That's what my papa would say. He's just mad at the world.
Yep.
And Val Kilmer is playing it off like he's going to go any second.
So before we get to that duel between Doc Holliday and Ringo, for me, the most insightful and best quote of the entire movie, and it expresses the relationship between Wyatt and Doc, happens right before, after that battle at the creek and before the duel. One of the guys in the posse asks Doc Holliday, he said, why are you here? You're sick in bed.
Yeah.
And he says something like, well, Wyatt Earp was my friend.
My friend, yeah.
And the other guy in the posse says, well, I got a whole lot of friends. And Doc Holliday comes back and says, I don't.
Yep. Well, I mean,
to me, that is the most impactful moment because he's there.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, it's almost like, they were brothers.
Yeah.
And also in this scene, this is where Doc is talking to Wyatt, and he's like, what's it like to wear one of those? He's talking about his badge. And he's like, and so I guess he gives it to him.
Yeah, he gives it
and
to
then he's
him.
like, I think he says, no, that's when he's dying. I think he says, thank you for always being there. But that's when he's dying. So he leaves, and that's when he goes to meet Ringo. But before he gets there,
Well, it says a lot about Wyatt too, is because he knows he can't win,
But he goes anyway.
he goes anyways. Yeah. That's just the kind of person that Wyatt was.
That's why he left the badge,
Yeah.
because he's like, I ain't going to need it after this. Because he had just, we didn't say nothing about it, but they were at the ranch and they were being protected, holding them, and they sent 2 guys up to say, "Hey, Ringo wants you to meet him at the
tree by the bush by the road, whatever it is."
Yeah, it's just out in the
tumbleweed
woods.
in the back.
There was no street names back then.
It's like, yeah, how did you meet him at the big tree? And you're out in the middle of the West, okay?
At the duel, when they finally meet.
He's like, well,
Great line. Looks like somebody walked over your grave.
Yeah.
I thought you wouldn't show.
Well, he does. He expects it to be Wyatt at first, and then
Because
he
he
turns
got the
around.
sun coming behind him, and he comes walking. Dude, it's so good.
And that's when he says, Derrick,
I'm your Huckleberry.
there you go.
Yeah.
And he's
He
like,
said-
fight's not with you, Doc.
He said, "I beg to differ.
beg to
We
differ, sir."
got a game to finish. Play for blood. Remember?"
I was just kidding.
Yeah, I was just funning.
Just funning.
I wasn't.
That is
All right, Lunger.
That's one of the best quotes.
And
right there.
when he pops him in the head, he's like taunting him,
Dude.
as he's falling down.
Come on.
Come on, give it to me. Come on, Johnny. Yeah.
Well, and they said, Derrick, you probably know this, but when I was researching all this, they said there's no evidence of Doc actually killing Ringo, but that people did find Ringo dead at a tree with a bullet hole in his head. So there's literally no evidence of Doc actually doing this, but
I like Hollywood's version.
it's great. Yeah, it's great.
yeah,
If it happened or not.
They've never knew who did it. They never knew who killed Ringo.
and the
Wow.
fact that he is half dead and he is still quicker than their quote unquote best slinger.
Yeah.
He just
Dougie, sometimes I've seen all kinds of records of people getting things shot into their head, like poles and all kinds of weird things, and they're still able to walk and talk. And it happens sometimes.
I was going to say Michael Bean.
Oh, Michael Bean.
This death scene.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was. I mean, because he had his gun out.
Yeah, he was
just-
still shooting.
He couldn't pick it up. You know, he just lost all his motor skills at that point.
You know Daisy. You know Daisy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't drop like a sack of taters.
No.
You know, he sort of spazzes out a little bit, and then
Well, that's when Wyatt comes up.
I feel like that'd be very accurate to though if you were to get shot in the head. I don't feel like you wouldn't like instantly lights out. It would be kind of like
Well, that was a small that was
Yeah.
the pistol. He drawed the small pistol he had in his waistband.
Well, and I was supposed to say, bullets back then weren't as powerful as they are now.
Yeah, so it lodged in his brain. So
Yeah.
it was definitely a horrendous death.
Yeah.
Because and he drawed it and put it back.
He put it back.
Put it back before he even
whipped
knew
it. He
was-
whipped it. He pulls it out, flings it, shoots, and in the same time spins back in the holster.
And that's when we see Wyatt come up, and he's just like, he's shocked. He's like, he didn't say anything. He just like, he had the look on his face. Like, I thought you were dying. I thought you were in bed.
I wasn't quite as sick as I let on.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Because he's putting the badge on, he's laying it on Ringo's body, and he's like, my
He says,
hypocrisy only goes so far.
yeah.
let's talk about that death scene, the final death scene
Oh,
of
yeah.
Doc
Yeah.
Holliday,
Yeah.
where he catches up with him in the hospital.
Oh.
Well, I think they said it was like after the whole, I think they said it was like, what they say, like 3 years after or something. He survived for another couple of years or something. Mm-hmm. But then,
That's after they'd got rid of all the cowboys.
yeah, after the
Everybody had
cowboy
given up,
incident,
it
he
was
survived.
over.
Yeah, and Wyatt keeps on coming back. He basically, he's sacrificing his life to stay with pretty much his brother till the end.
And they try and have that one last poker game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Still
not
beats
having
him.
it.
And Doc beats him, and he don't even pick up the card, which I thought was hilarious.
Yeah.
He's
I
like,
love
you
it.
won again.
He asked him, he says, how are you doing, my friend? He said, I'm dying.
I'm dying.
How about you?
Well, and that's when I wish I knew the exact quote, but we get the emotional scene of Doc. He literally like he starts to cry, telling him saying, "You need if you love me." Pretty much, it's like if you love me, you'll
You'll
leave.
leave and never come
Yeah.
back.
Because he
Never
don't
come
want
back.
him to see him draw his last breath. He
Yeah.
don't want him to see it. Because he knowed he watched his little brother die.
Yeah.
He don't want him to watch him die.
Well, and so he decides to leave, and he says something. Was it like, "Thank you for always being there"?
He says, he has a really powerful line. Where
Yeah.
He says, every human being in the world, you're the only one that ever gave me hope.
Yeah. Yeah. And
that's when Wyatt says that after the fact. He's like, thanks for always being there for me. Mm-hmm. And I don't understand the meaning of why Doc looked at his feet.
well, because that was a whole a cowboy superstition
Want to
about
die with your boots on?
die with your boots on, and he's gonna die without his boots on. Because he was another one that wanted to go out in the blaze of
glory.
So what
Blaze
did
of
he
glory.
say? What was his last line right before he died? Did he say that
that's-
feels funny?
That's funny.
I think he says that's
Funny.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then they show him barefoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he dies. And then we get the final scene of. We didn't even mention. Well, I'll go back to that. When they were hunting down the last of the cowboys, they're right out on Ike's butt, and he, of course, like
Rips
a
the
coward,
sash off.
he rips his sash off. Well, they put their guns away. Well, it turns out, I think they said Ike died. Died like 2 years later. I think I was reading about that, and then also Behan died a few years later from being shot. So they both got what they had coming. But I heard a lot of people saying, "Man, they should have showed Ike die in this," but he didn't have a red sash on. So the final scene, we see Wyatt finds Josephine, and
They ride off in the snow.
Sunset
Yeah.
into what does he say? Let's go live a life of room service and
well, he's like, "I don't know how we're gonna live. I have no money. I have
family's
nothing."
rich.
And she's like, "My family's rich." And then we get that little voiceover of Robert Mitchum.
Robert Mitchum?
Mitchum.
Oh,
He's the
okay.
voiceover. That's who. I don't know why that just hit me. They get a voiceover him. What is it? 40 years. It says they lived together hand in hand for the next 40 years.
Yeah, they never got married.
Never got married. Well, I think that what they call that
Common law.
Common law. Yeah. And they say at the funeral there's like some movie stars and it says some famous movie star back then cried at his funeral or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. I'd have to look that up. Let's see.
Well, it was the Duke who claimed that he met him.
Yeah.
But yeah, they did say in the movie that some famous movie.
Tom Mix.
He was like one.
He's
one of the
apparently
first-
a cowboy star.
one of the first.
Yeah, Tom
cowboy
Mix
movies.
wept. I think that's what it said, the final. And that's the
Dude with that ridiculous hat.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
one of them 10
and
gallon
that's
hats.
that's the end of Tombstone. You guys got anything else for the final scene? No?
Nope.
All right. All right, so I'm going to do our famous category of
Did not know that.
Doc Holliday's wink, and I already said this earlier. I didn't even realize I had this wrote down. The wink to Billy Clanton just before the OK Corral gunfight was completely improvised by Val Kilmer. And then also the lawman Wyatt Earp's fifth cousin played Billy, what is that, Claiborne. I think he was the one that, he was one of the cowboys, I think. What are you showing, Dougie?
Him something. Gosh.
Well, you're in a podcast here. Anyways, okay. All right, so Doug, let's start with you. You want to give your number one quote?
Number one quote. There's like too many. You want to. I'm your Huckleberry is probably the most popular. But I like the scene at the end of it when Wyatt goes. He's got Ike on the ground. He's like, "You tell him I'm coming and hell's coming with me." That's
Yeah.
probably one of my favorite quotes.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say that's my favorite quote as well.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I had wrote down. So.
Okay, well, that's 3.
Well,
Derrick?
Y'all already know mine because I already told you. It was the exchange between Doc Holliday and the other dude.
in Latin?
No. They
With
said,
Ringo?
Why are you here? And he said, well, Wyatt Earp is my friend.
Oh, yeah.
And the guy
Yes.
says, oh, I got a lot of friends. And he says, I don't.
I don't.
To me, that's I love that.
Yeah.
All right. Derrick, what's the best part of the movie for you?
Best part of the movie. So I'm going to say that few seconds of that stroll across the street to the gunfight at the OK Corral is so epic.
All 4 of them walking there.
Yeah, that and then the montage of them riding across the West.
It's hard to pick one scene.
Yeah.
Blowing people away. Mm-hmm. Both of those scenes, because you've got, it's the way it's shot, man. It's so beautiful and it's so heroic and romantic when, you get those scenes of them riding across the West.
Yeah.
It's hard to choose, but I'd say it's those two.
Okay. Yeah.
And then, man, got to throw in, you got to throw in the duel in the saloon
Oh, yeah.
with the silver cup.
Silver Cup.
Doc and Ringo.
To me, okay, I'll go with that one. I'll say that one is,
The first meet between the two.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to say that's like TikTok worthy. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes you're scrolling through and you see, here's a scene from a movie.
It's like Ringo's
That's the one
skill
you wanna
and
see.
Doc's
Definitely,
mockery of it.
Yeah.
Dougie, what about best part of the movie for you?
When Doc kills Ringo, that is the best part of the movie.
Okay. Doug, what about you? Best part of the movie?
Oh, man.
Too many, isn't there?
Yeah. There's so many scenes run through your head when you're thinking of your favorite scene. I'd say probably the favorite build-up was probably when Wyatt found out that Morgan had been sworn in. And that's a whole thing about when Doc comes down.
Yeah.
That whole scene right there is my favorite part because they like, okay, now we're involved.
Yeah.
Now we have to do something. So that's probably my favorite.
I'm going to say the scene where Curly Bill kills the sheriff and then Wyatt comes out and takes charge. And the whole gun right at Ike's head, just that whole scene, there's so much. That's where so much tension between the Earps and the Cowboys.
And that wasn't your favorite quote? We'll turn your head into a canoe?
No, it's up there, though. There's so many good quotes, though. But
All right, so for everybody listening, basically, the consensus at this table with everybody here is our favorite scene is the movie.
Yeah.
All right.
If you had to put one at the bottom, it's probably the picnic.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, that's the weakest scene. But
Yeah.
Even it has so much.
I just
it has a place.
I just think it could have been a
Emotional
little
integrity.
bit shorter. Just because I felt like they meet and then they go on that little horse ride and then they have the picnic. I just feel like it could have been a little
I
bit
get why they do it because they had to show a little bit of backstory to show
Yeah.
why he went back to her at the
Yeah.
very
they
end.
have to keep the love interest going for
Yeah.
the ladies.
Yeah.
Well, and it's true, too. It's
yeah, all the guys are like,
real.
hey, where'd Doc go? Pull a gun. You know?
Yeah.
All right. So let's... Doug, I'm going to start with you. What's your what's your score and your final thoughts?
My score, I mean, I don't even have to think about it. It's a 5 to me. It's definitely, even its weak point is so up there. Everything they did, the way they shot it, I mean, it's just, you can watch that movie over and over, and it doesn't get boring. You don't get tired of it. Even if you know what's going to happen, you can quote the whole movie, but you'll still watch it.
Yeah.
That's like the epitome of a great movie.
Yeah.
So it's absolutely a 5 for me.
Dougie, what about yours?
Score 5 Huckleberries out of 5 Huckleberries. And yeah, this movie, there's really only one thing you can say about it, and it's just like, to me, this is perfection. I love this movie. I've watched it countless times. And the way it was shot, the cinematography, the setting, the characters, the dialogue, everything. It's all just perfect. It's a very, very good movie.
Listen up, all you teenagers.
Yeah. It's just something you can watch over and over and over and never get bored. And like you were saying, if you can watch it from different perspectives every time you watch it.
Oh yeah, I've watched it so many times. There's just certain things that I've noticed that I've never seen before.
Pay attention to people in the background.
Yeah. Derrick, what about final thoughts and score?
Yeah. So I agree 100% with everything you guys have said. This, in my mind, and for my generation, this is the greatest Western of all time. I mean, I know everybody comes up, like some old heads would say, well, you got to think about John Wayne or some of the classic Clint Eastwoods from the 60s or whatever. But you know, in my generation, this is it. And I don't do this much. I think the only other movie that I gave a 5 to that we reviewed so far was T2.
I think you gave 2. T2 and
T2.
Forrest Gump.
Oh, yeah, Forrest Gump. That's right.
Yeah.
We did review that.
Yeah.
This one's definitely a 5.
You doing a 5?
It's the greatest Western of my generation.
Yeah.
I don't really see any weak points to it. The acting's phenomenal.
The writing.
The writing, the dialogue is beautiful. The cinematography is awesome. The action's great.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just don't see any weakness at all in
It was a
movie.
perfect storm. And you start looking back at all the problems they had with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you've said, it's the rewatchability is way up there.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, give it to Val Kilmer. I mean, his role is just so iconic.
Mm-hmm.
He steals the show, and he is up there with one of the greatest performances in a Western movie of
Yep.
all time. I mean, he's up there with the Drifter, with Man with No Name himself.
Oh, yeah.
If this movie didn't have Val Kilmer in it, this could easily be like a 2.5.
Yeah, pretty mid. Like, it would just be
2.5.
standard.
Well, and that's what I was saying earlier is that when Russell Crowe, I was going to say Russell Crowe, Kurt Russell, that's what he didn't want to focus on completely on Wyatt. He wanted to focus on everybody else surrounding Wyatt. So I think that's why these characters that are on the sides are such epic characters because that's what they focused on.
Because they hinted to it all the time. It's like, Kansas lawman.
Yeah.
Kansas. He made his name in Kansas. Now he's beyond that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a dude and you got red blood coursing through your veins,
You'll like this movie.
yeah, this movie is for you.
Yeah.
Like, you know how Dirty Dancing, like, I don't know a woman who doesn't like Dirty Dancing. And
It's like this
10.
and John Wick, as far as like just adrenaline, shoot 'em up movies.
I mean, this is a movie for dudes.
Well, also, like Derrick was saying, I think on this podcast, this is the only movie I've given a 5. And that's for all the younger people out there. I'm 19, so just throwing that out there.
You can't
This-
talk about all the younger people. You're the younger people.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, out of all the movies we've reviewed, this is the only one I've given a 5, and I stand on that.
We
So
got
y'all
that,
got to
Dougie.
go out there and watch it.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and give this a 5. So we're giving this a
It's hard to
perfect-
find the average of that one.
perfect score.
I mean, I think we did that with T2. Everybody gave T2 a
Yeah.
5. Everybody gave Forrest Gump a 5.
Yep.
I mean, this one's so easy. It's a 5, man.
I mean, I've watched, like I said, I literally this last year I've watched it almost a dozen times. I mean, it doesn't get old at all.
No.
I've rewound so
I'm going
many.
to go watch it now.
I've rewound. I bought it. I bought it on Prime because I was tired of having to rent it. But I bought it off Prime for like $4 or something. They had the like special edition, 4K whatever edition. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna buy it. I mean, it's to rent it for $3.99 or buy it for $4.99.
So here's the thing while we're talking about how you're going to watch it, because I went to watch it this morning because for some reason I don't have this one. And it wasn't on Netflix.
Yeah.
It wasn't on Peacock.
It was
wasn't
on Peacock.
It was for a
Paramount.
while. They took it off.
It wasn't on Hulu. So I had to go to Amazon
Yeah.
and do the $3.99 rental.
Yeah.
But after watching it again, I'm like, going back on Amazon, I'm like, I got to buy this one. And I'm going to get physical copy.
Well, and they just
I'm going to get the Blu-ray.
well, they just came out with. I mean, I think I might be the only one that can watch 4K because of my PS5. That's the only reason. But they just came out with a 4K special edition of Tombstone, just this past summer.
Oh, nice.
And I'm almost, depending on how much it is, of course, I'm almost.
So
tempted by
if you listen to this, you're gonna go out and watch it. You may have a hard time finding it on streaming. So
Yeah.
you'll either have to have a physical copy or you're gonna have to read
It's
it.
worth the buy.
Yeah, definitely.
But I was looking on Amazon. Like you can get the Blu-ray for $9.
Yeah.
Dude.
Now, come on,
No brainer.
Take my money.
Yeah.
That says a lot, though, because Nathan's out here telling y'all you can watch this movie a dozen times in 1 year, and it does not get boring.
What do you mean that's saying a lot for me?
That's saying a lot for you.
No, it's not. I watch a lot of movies over and over again.
Okay, buddy.
And now that we found out it's a Christmas movie, I can watch it all year long.
I will watch it during Christmas. I will. All right, so I'm gonna do a little. So we gave this movie a 5 out of 5, which is amazing. So I'm gonna do a little promotion here. Hey guys, if you're loving this podcast, be sure to click follow on your favorite podcast app. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and we're also on YouTube. Give us a review, 5-star rating. Maybe you can share this episode with a friend. All right. That's all for today's episode, folks. We hope you enjoyed our gunfight in the world of 1993's Tombstone. Join us next time on Video Rental as we tackle another classic movie. Until then, stay cinematic and remember... All right, Clinton, you called down the thunder. Well, now you've got it. You see that? It says United States Marshal. Take a good look at him, Ike, because that's how you're going to end up. The Cowboys are finished. You understand? I see a red sash. I kill the man wearing it. So you run, cur. Run. Tell all the other curs the law's coming. You tell them I'm coming. And hell's coming with me, you hear? Hell's coming with me.